Did you ever feel stuck in a career which you probably actually just started because of some of the choices which you made right in your childhood? Did you actually feel that you should actually go and pursue something which you really love, and which is something which you absolutely gives you the joy of doing and also rewards you very well? What if I told you one of my students, Sriram Manogar, has actually done this? Not done this in a normal way, but this person was actually a dentist, a practicing dentist, has found out that this is not something which really, really excites him, but has made this wonderful career shift from being a dentist to a completely different field, that is being a product designer. And his story actually reminds us that whatever baggage we really have, whatever constraints we really have, all of them are just things which lie over there, just giving us excuses for us not to act. His story really inspires us to say that you can always put all these things aside, really pursue things which you really want, which you really love, and you pursue them very well, and things will actually start working out very well for you. So today, for this session, we have Sriram Manogar, who is a product designer at Stimuler, who became a product designer, a successful product designer at Stimuler. We have Sriram Manogar here, who's going to share us this story with us and inspire us about how is it that we can really, really pursue things in this particular career and make things happen. So, welcome, Sriram Manogar. Please welcome to the studio.
Yeah, hi Anudip. Am I audible? I
Yes,
hope.
it's just you're perfectly audible. See, why don't you just go and say hi to all the
Yeah,
audience
firstly,
here?
pretty grateful to have a conversation here, and for all the people out there who are watching, any doubts, anything that I could help with, I'm happy to share. So, yeah.
Yes, all the audience who are watching this live right now over here, please go and say a hi to Sriram, and please showcase your excitement on the live chat over here about how did this even happen? A dentist? Are you serious? Did you actually did you actually transition from being a dentist to a full-time tech related role, that is a product designer? Wow. Please show your excitement on the chat over here, and Sriram is ready to share his wonderful story with all of us.
Yeah,
So, Sriram,
perfect.
thank you very much for joining us today. And I know you're quite busy now, and and that's a good part, which is that you've actually immersed yourself so much into doing all the things very passionately, and I can really see it in your face that you are really, really happy, and you
Yeah.
just, I'm damn sure. And I keep telling this story to all my students. I think you also remember this story,
Hmm.
that our career should be in such a way that you actually come back from school, you throw away the bag and run to that ground to play that cricket without even changing that uniform. And exactly that is how it should be. And whenever I talk to you, whenever I see you, I feel that in your face, right? And not just after you've become a product designer, but you always had this wonderful enthusiasm and that very good confidence that I think this fundamentally connects very well with me, and I think it will happen,
Yeah,
right?
me too.
So yes, so very happy for you. So to give you a context, Sriram Manogar was my student of the mentorship program. He joined around 2022 December, and I think his program started around 7th of January in 2023. I actually remember it because I've seen one of the messages you have sent when the program started. So he that time he just introduced himself as hey guys, I'm a practicing dentist. I graduated, and like I'm just practicing dentistry from the last 6 months, and then I want to pursue UX design and see what's going to happen over here. And we were all like shocked, like dentist, that too practicing. Right? So as been a student, I think he has spent around 6 to 8 months with me as a part of the program, and has also been in touch with me. I think for around a year, he has been in touch with me. The entirety of 2023 has been there with me during some of the very weak times, and has always been very strong. So yeah, so this is the context, is the history. And he has been a very, very, very sincere, like, Sriram Manogar is one person whom everyone would gather inspiration from. Like, oh, if Sriram did this, then I think we should be able to do that. Oh, Sriram did this. Oh, Sriram posted a case study about one of the assignments which was given. So, oh, Sriram found this new tool. Oh my God, I think he like like one incident. I think I remember this incident. Everyone was presenting case studies. It was hackathon, right? Product design challenge, and people are presenting their case studies, and suddenly Sriram Manogar brings one new tool, right? I will not reveal about the tool right now. I'm going to tell you. If you keep watching the story, once the story comes, you can watch it. And then his entire presentation is like very different, right? It just captures the heart of how, like, a very, very engaging story. And we were all like very surprised. So in this way, Sriram had been really, really good. As on top of it, he used to participate in volunteering as well. He used to help with the workbooks. He built an entire attendance tracker on Notion. He was a gem in Notion and whatnot, man. I mean, like, people were always really inspired of the enthusiasm which Sriram used to bring. So, this is Sriram for you guys. So, yeah, now, Sriram, why don't you talk a few words about yourself, about the normal self you are? We'll slowly talk about your dentistry and all the stuff a little later. But now, just tell about the normal person you are, so that everyone can relate to and understand. Yeah, maybe, like, I think this person is also like me only, right? So please go ahead, just
Actually,
share.
I'm a normal person. Firstly, like I'm from a very middle class background. I don't really have like a rich parenting or something. So
Yeah.
I will. So during my childhood, like I am from actually.
Where are you from?
So I'm from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. It's like a town in near Chennai. It's called Tiruvallur. So
Okay.
I'm from there. Brought up in a village setup. So not a
Hmm.
lot of gadgets around me or something. So I was just
Okay.
very normal person. So during my school days, like I was pretty interested in like
Hmm.
doing. So I am very introverted person. I just do a lot of sketching, I would say.
Okay.
So at that during the time, I used to watch a lot of
He's
animes.
an introvert, and there are like a bunch of people over here who's like, ah, checklist. Yes, 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 yes. Someone like me.
Yeah, so pretty introverted. I never had a chance to interact with a lot of people, gather more friends. So I have a very small friends group also. So
Okay.
during my school days, I used to watch a lot of cartoons and stuff. So I had this weird memory, which is like I
Hmm.
used to draw without even looking at a character. So I had this visual thought where, like, let's say I used to watch this Ben 10 or something. So it's like a pretty popular Cartoon Network show.
You are the Benton generation.
So
Okay.
I just will sketch
Yeah.
it without even watching it. I just had a
Hmm.
big book of drawings of my favorite cartoon characters and stuff. That's how I grew up.
Got
And
it.
then, based on my interest, my parents were like, okay, this guy has some visual, some stuff. Let's join him to
Hmm.
some animation class or something. So during summer class, just summer breaks and stuff, my parents used to take me there. So I
Hmm.
still remember like connecting the dots backward. I feel like somehow that days really were very
Got it.
fun for me. So I was
Tell me
very,
one thing, bro, because this happened to me also. So I also used to draw and all that stuff.
huh.
And then people around me were like, "Oh, this person can draw very well. That means this person should become a doctor."
Yeah. Draw. So
Good
either
drawing.
drawing or handwriting.
You can go and draw very well on those record notebooks. Well,
Yes.
where your biology notebooks very like nice drawings and all. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's the thing, man. That's the killer.
decent enough in my academics also. Like during my 10th, 9th, 10th, during that time, I was pretty decent at my academics. Like the entire surrounding convinced me that I am good at academics.
Okay.
I can get to become a doctor. So,
Yes.
so that was the decision made. So it's like written on
Got
my
it.
head. So so
Okay.
that's how it all started. And I was like, okay, let's take the science group. I find it interesting. Like I get to examine people, and like if I become a doctor, I can do a lot of. I mean, of course, there's a social reputation around it. Uh,
Correct. Correct. Absolutely. Yeah.
so lot of good things I felt like will happen after I become a doctor. So
Yeah.
that's the ultimate thing, right? So I was like pretty studious in my school days, like 11th,
Hmm.
12th. Like I used to cut out every other hobby that I had. Focus, focus, focus. So that
What
built.
was were you a proper first bencher, or like how do you describe yourself?
So I would say I'm like
How
a
do you want to
middle.
go into the checklist? Last bencher hai to I can put a tick mark. First bencher is see that's why.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like I was more like a middle bencher, but I used to come
Okay,
to first bench when I feel that class is interesting. So okay,
got it.
give some attention here. So I'll just come back to it.
Yes, yes, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
right from your childhood, you always carried this enthusiasm, right? I think you're always, because whenever you were interacting with me, you always had this being the enthusiastic kid. Hey, let's do like. I mean, on one side, you're like you speak very less, and you're like, okay, I'm an introvert and stuff like that. But on the other side, I can see that bubbling enthusiasm, not really translating into that words, but definitely that enthusiasm is there.
yeah, that's it.
Right? And it's like, hey, Sriram, what is this? And then everything comes out like, yeah, zup.
It requires a starter for me. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so okay, now okay, let's now talk. What happened? Like, how did you end up becoming a dentist?
Okay,
Yes,
so
yeah.
that's
Hmm.
also a fun story. So
Okay,
I didn't get the cutoff that's required to get to MBBS. So definitely, like, I just missed the race, and
got it.
I had no other option. So either I had to do an MBBS on
Hmm.
a payment basis, like in a private college, or
Got
I
it.
had to get into PDS. So I
Got it.
got into PDS because like I had no other option, and that was my perspective there. Then so I so there's MBBS is there. Okay,
Okay.
that's a doctor title is there. So
Huh.
PDS also you get a doctor title. That's it. That's fine. So that was my thought.
Can we now call you Dr. Sriram Manogar?
I think so. Yeah, you can call me.
Dr. Sriram Manogar, product designer, Stimuler. Yeah.
So I got into BDS. Like the first year was pretty. So I was expecting to do a lot of anatomy stuff. Like I stood a lot of
Hmm.
understanding of a lot of
Did
human.
you, did you actually complete all the 5 years of 5 years it is, no?
Yeah, I graduated completely. Yeah. So I'm actually like due to
Oh,
COVID. Actually, due to COVID, I was like had an one more year extended. So it was like around
okay.
5.5 6 years.
Okay.
So pretty intense, I would say. Like dentistry is not
Okay.
like it's like people think it's just 32 teeth. Yeah, it's just you'll be just doing something, but it's like a pretty intense course, I would say.
Yeah.
Pretty tiring also, I'd say. So
I even forgot the number of teeth, man. That's how far away from I am from this. But I have a history with dentists. I'll talk about it.
everyone is scared of dentists, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So tell me one thing. So while you were pursuing your studies as a dentist and all, like what, like I'm sure there was something which was acting like a pinprick. I'm sure something has made you think about technology and tech related fields. So,
Yeah.
do you have any stories to share about
So
that?
I think I am
I'm
so.
telling you, I'm asking this question also because
Hmm.
many a times what really happens is all of us think that we are really stuck in a situation because of the decisions which we have taken, and studying videos is not a normal thing, right? I mean, it is going to be really really intense, and like I mean, it's really difficult. That too for a I mean, for a person who is very creative and like people have also told me that you should become a doctor, and I'm like, dude, I can't even remember the neutralization reaction you're asking me to become a doctor. No, right? So it must have been very difficult. That means the situation has been very, very much like very demanding. But on
Yeah.
top of it, you still found ways in which you can understand your interests, right? That's why I'm asking you for stories in which you could identify your interests. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I actually, like, during my first year, I decided. I mean,
Mhm.
first year itself, I decided, okay, this is not for me.
Okay, dude, the perseverance to wait for 5 more years, huh?
I tried to actually drop off, but my parents are like, okay, chalo, like, do this degree, like, after that you can do whatever you want. That was the
Okay.
talk at home. So I
Hmm.
was like, okay, I know that I'm not a good fit here. So what should I do? So I tried to, like, watch a lot of YouTube. I'd say, like, I used to consume a lot of content. So there was this
Okay.
guy called Ali Abdal. So a lot of popular YouTubers. So
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, so he was a doctor at the time. So he was doing a lot of
Yes.
huh. So he was
Yeah.
doing a lot of tech related stuff at the time. So I was pretty inspired by this guy. Okay, he's
Hmm.
going to hospital and then he's coming back to home and he's building his own content and teaching a lot of. So I was also okay, pretty interested
Got
about
it.
this kind of. So he used to say something like, "I'd be like a part-time doctor. I'll do my tech stuff on the side." So I was like,
I
okay,
it
let's
must
do
have been
something.
banned now in all the MBBS and BDS schools, all the medical schools, huh? Like you're not making people stay here in this thing,
Uh,
yeah.
my initial thought was like, let's become a part-time dentist.
Huh.
Meanwhile, let's do some tech stuff. So that was the initial thought. So that brought me to thinking, okay, let's try marketing. So that's the easiest
Okay.
thing that people will do. So you can just convince people to basically do some marketing ads or something. So I
Oh,
tried some social media marketing with this, but it didn't work out. And then
okay.
and then I had this weird aspiration to build an app. So
Okay.
I wanted to
Hmm.
build. I had some weird ideas. Okay, how about, like, let's solve this problem in our dental community. I see that. Uh,
Oh, this is what led to that final portfolio project, right?
yes, yes, yes. So so
Maybe
that
I will reveal about that project a little later. But yeah, I think I see where the roots are coming from. Okay. Yeah.
the dental softwares are pretty bad. So I was like, okay, how
Hmm.
about we launch our own product and
Yeah.
build something
Yeah.
of our own? And then that led me to thinking, okay, what is my core strengths? Like, I don't know anything about tech. I don't know anything
Hmm.
about app development.
Hmm.
So I don't know coding. I was never introduced to that tech environment. So what should I do?
Correct.
So I had so at the time I think it
You
was
didn't.
like
I'm sure you didn't even study math, right? Math was not even a subject, isn't it?
I think I remember studying math around my 12th. Just be
Okay.
like
Okay.
19,
Okay.
no
Yeah.
math. Uh,
Yeah.
so that's how, like, I was thinking, let's try something, figure out. So I used to be a very active tech guy in my dental college. So whenever, like, so we used to conduct. It was during COVID, I guess. Like, we were conducting a online event
Hmm.
managed by Zoom or something. So I was trying to
Okay.
manage that. So a lot of tech designing certificates for the students. So this stuff I
Ah,
used to take initiatives and do. So it's like, okay, let's
dude,
try.
thank you for this, dude. Now I know what to do. Like, I've been going around engineering colleges and all. Last week I was in IIT Guwahati, but
Hmm.
now I know I need to go to med schools and still ask, hey, who are those people who are making all these certificates, this, that?
Yeah,
Any of the tech enthusiasts here? Yes. Please, please come. I want to talk to you for 2 minutes.
yeah. So, like, so someone has to do it. So okay, let me take it and do it. That's the approach I
Got
used
it.
to have. So,
Yes.
huh.
Hmm.
And then, like, that gave me some confidence. And okay, was okay. Let's do some graphic design. So it was trending
Huh.
that time. People used to do a lot of freelance that time. So I was like, okay, let's try to use Canva properly, build in some visual elements and stuff. I
Yes.
tried that, and then at the time I was introduced to Vaibhav, I guess, Vaibhav Sisinti. So he was doing
Hmm.
some LinkedIn program and stuff. So I joined one of the Pokrohat, and I found out, like, not. I mean, this is a fact actually.
Hmm.
Dentists are not there in LinkedIn. Not even any
Yeah.
profession. If you ask, they will say, like, "What is LinkedIn?" So
Got it.
that's
Got
the
it. Like,
kind
Yep.
of awareness people have in medical community. So when I was thinking, okay, people also do content here, people do like a lot of stuff here. Like I was like pretty surprised by
Yes.
the thought. And then like, okay, I was trying to connect with people. Okay, let's try and meet new people who are in my alignment, basically my interests and stuff. So that's how I found a guy from
what
Indie.
what I need to really, what really inspires me over here, I'm telling you, because the same thing which I've seen around the 1 year which you were there with me, right? And what you've told about your school story, what you told about your college story, you just went towards things you love.
Yes.
Like, let me try. Like
Huh.
you are not in that constant, oh, if I do this, will I get a job? If I do this, will I get a job? Like, because I used to observe that, like, like, hey, anyway, PDC is there, the product design challenge is there,
Yeah.
Notion, okay, someone has to do it, I'm enthusiastic, let me do it.
Huh.
Let me tell you guys, I'm telling you, is always used to tell this to people, right? Dude, you be very enthusiastic. You you don't be desperate about results. You be very enthusiastic. You just love doing stuff. The industry will take you away. I'm telling you, this guy got one of the highest offers, right, in the cohort of students out there. He got an offer of 17 lakhs as a product designer, as a fresher, coming from a dental background. 17 lakhs is the kind of offer this person has got, right? And all this because of the enthusiasm he showed, and he was never showed any desperation. Like, हो जाएगा, it'll happen.
Yes.
Very good. Continue. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about all the workshops, all the stuff you used to
Yeah.
explore
So
when you
I
were.
just kind of explore. Let's meet new people. Even though I was introvert, I was like, let's see if I could make some friends online. So that was the approach I was taking, and that's how I met some good people like product design. So it was like at the time UX, right? Now it became product design. So I met a guy who was working in a company called Indigene or something. So that guy really
Okay.
brought me some curiosity. Okay, this is something.
Okay.
And then I,
Keep
so
you
what
can
I,
name him if you're okay with it. You can please tell us the name.
his name is Aditya. So he is like a pretty curious guy like me. So I was able to connect
Hmm.
with him pretty much. So that
Okay.
gave me okay. And one more thing is like, I think Vaibhav said this feature in LinkedIn. It's called Boolean search. So if
Uh-huh.
you like put in like UX designer and do and in caps, and
Yeah.
then so I was doing this, which was product designer and
Okay.
dentist.
Okay, that's a good trick. Yeah, yeah.
So that brought me some good people also who are already
Nice.
dentists who are doing some creative. So there were people who I could follow. So that gave me
Hmm.
some validation. Okay.
It's a very good attitude. I think people should do this. Go to LinkedIn,
Ha.
right? And say, okay, your career and future
Yeah.
career you want to get
Yeah.
into, right?
That's how to meet people.
Simple, right?
Yeah.
That's the formula. I think on the chat, if there are any experts who knows the formula of and can put it there. Capital letters A and D.
Yeah, indeed.
Product designer A and D dentist.
I did that. I
Future A
found
and D software developer.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
I was able to meet some people who was like around the same passion and stuff. So that sparked some interest, and it actually validated my hypothesis. Okay, is this possible?
Got it.
And
Got it.
it did. Okay, so now I have some solid proof. Okay, I can now show to my parents also and convince. Okay, there are people who are doing it. I can do it.
Yes. Yes.
So that was
Yes.
the
Good
thought.
how you were be smart around it. Like, parents have to convince. No, no worries. Let me attend Vivo's this LinkedIn workshop.
And
Find other people doing this, and then like, look at this, taken care of. See, I mean, this is so inspiring because many a times we associate a lot of mental burden to things like this, right? You're like, oh my God, what will parents say? Oh my God, what will the community say? Oh my God, what about all the money which I have already spent and all this stuff?
yeah,
Like, am I doing any injustice to the profession which I am in? What about the oath which I've taken? All these things are just too much mental burden we just give ourselves, and we associate all of the things to us not taking action.
Yes.
Ultimately, we are lazy to not take action, and we start giving reasons, external reasons for us to not take action, right? And this is one thing which I used to continuously tell. Anyone is like not did not do the assignment, did not do something. I'm like, wait, let me call Sriram Manogar over here. Now tell me what's stopping you. In fact, in the current community, I've actually sent this video call link with like this. If a dentist can become a product designer, what is stopping you? That was the opening line. Okay, yeah,
So
nice. Okay.
then
Then what?
then
Hmm.
I have this very weird habit. I would say it's. I mean, I don't know how I found this act. So I used to create a lot of Google accounts and then log into
Yeah.
YouTube or Instagram, create my own private Instagram, something like that. And then I used to just follow very niche topics. Let's say
Okay.
product design, research, marketing. So very
Hmm.
niche YouTube videos I used to watch, very niche topics. I just go deeper, and so since the algorithm itself gives you that, so you not have you shouldn't be diverting from your thought. You should be keeping
Yep.
that algorithm steady, that you get some random, very unique videos.
Hmm.
So that time I think I Instagram gave me your ad. So you were
Yes.
like, so it was like a 2 week workshop.
I sit to your feet and slowly. Hello, everyone.
I really got that energy also. Like, okay,
Yes.
so that actually, okay, it was like, I think it was at the time 299 workshop or something, if I remember it rightly.
Got it.
I was like, okay,
Hmm.
let's take this. Let's see. It's like again, what
Hmm.
to see if I'm a good fit with a minimal cost of spending. So we get
Got it.
299. Let's say invest. I'll just see if I'm fitting here. So I just
Hmm.
invested that amount and then I got into the workshop.
Huh.
So in the workshop, I was like introduced to wireframing, the concept of wireframing, the concept
Yep.
of usability testing. So a lot of concepts I was introduced in a non-textbook way, as in
Not a
like,
showman. Yes.
so it's like you usually ask us to do things and then you explain this is linked to this concept. So that's the approach I was very fond of.
Yes, 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 yes. I remember the workshop. You were like, okay, this is what you want to do. Let's do one thing. Let's start sketching. And
Ha.
then in 10 minutes, everyone's books are like, have that screens with those rough sketches. And then everyone like, okay, this is the concept. This concept. Everyone is showing. I'm like, okay, guys, so we noted down the time. It is 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, you have wireframes which are already linked in Marvel. What
Yeah,
is talking? And I'm like, everyone is like, what? This is what framing is.
yeah. So
Right?
it
Yes.
brought me a lot of curiosity that I used to have during my school days. Okay,
Okay.
so it's like,
Huh.
okay, I'm kind of liking it. Yeah, like it's going natural for me. I feel like I'm doing something that I'm enjoying. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and that I think at the end of it, you asked me to do some app kind of a thing and
Yes.
go
Yes.
and talk to people, real people, and get some
Correct. Correct. Correct.
information.
Correct.
So I was, as you said, like as I said, like I am pretty introverted, so I didn't have any option. So I went to a barber shop, did a cutting, and showed the prototype to that guy. Okay, bro, like I'm doing this. Can you just give me the?
Nice. Okay. This is one more hack.
So,
Not finding users to talk to. Go to the salon.
like I found a way. So okay, let's talk to some.
Yeah.
Some people in the barber shop while they are sitting to when they are waiting, like I just go like, bro, like I'm doing this project, like can you just?
Wow. Oh, this is go when it is peak. Now you have wait. People are waiting. Nicely sitting, willing to listen to you.
Yeah, they were also bored now, so I just go like, bro.
Oh my god, dude, you should join as a mentor. I'm telling you, give all these hacks. People are like literally right now, like a bunch of people actually doing their final caption project. Like a
Okay.
project like not finding users, what to do. It's like go around, go into society, go to the malls and all. Like I should have told this dude, go to the salon. Peak time, go there, talk. All users.
So yeah, that's how I got the confidence. Okay, I can do something
Mhm.
in this field. So I could. I mean, if I could do this in 2 weeks, I think I'm ready to invest my time here. So that
Absolutely.
actually gave me some confidence there.
That was because the point is the whole approach of the workshop is basically to inspire and find people like you, right? Because it doesn't really connect with everyone, because it's a very non-textbook approach, right? I mean, it's not like I'm saying, hey, you're going to learn about these 100 tools, this tool, that tool, that tool, that tool, and then just bombarding a lot of stuff, right?
Hmm.
People have to wait. People have to have that patience to say, he's not using any terms. What is this? He's asking us to do a bunch of things. And then you do everything. And then I say, hey, you know what? Dude, guys, this is actually called as heuristic evaluation, right? People need to really have, because I'm actually hunting for those minds, right? People who actually think with those common sense
Hmm.
and naturally do stuff, and then go and find those terms to explain what they have done, right? And when I really find those people, absolutely, like, I mean, people are going to just absolutely love everything which is going to happen from then on, right?
Hmm.
So the entire 1 year journey which you had, you're like I can, like, he's enjoying every class, he's there, like, on video, is there nicely enjoying, right?
I still remember, like, even after the class, now we used to do this discard discussions. So I used to
Yes,
be there till 4 a.m., 3 a.m. So be
yes.
there, have fun.
The VC sessions, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so now one thing which people are really curious about, right? So let's talk about how is it that you, of course, you have decided you wanted to become a UX designer, product designer, whatever this career is going to offer, right? I
Hmm.
think you were practicing around 6 months, right? You started your practice, isn't it?
Yeah,
After
I
you graduated
actually,
from
I mean, I was actually diverted in the middle. So I actually went to pursue UPSC.
okay. Whoa, okay. Now, okay.
So I had a lot of options. So I was
Okay.
doing like so putting myself into some experiments and see, okay, this is fitting for me or not.
Very good word. Very good word.
So I tried the
Many people
UPSC.
actually turn that into stress. Like, oh my God, I graduated. What do I do? Dentistry, this, that, UPS. Like, oh, I'm so stressed. He's like, let me experiment. Okay, on UPS, what did you do? Like,
I
you
just,
some
I
books.
just took a
Infinity book you bought? First book you should buy.
yeah. I did buy some books. Like I think
Okay.
it was Indian Polity Lakshmikant or
Yeah.
something. During my college final year, I mean internship itself, I was like, okay, let's try UPSC. I mean,
Yes.
people are studying for MDS examinations. I mean, the
Hmm.
post graduation examination that we have to give after BDS. So people are
Yes.
just studying that, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, let's do some competitive examination preparation. Like I just dabbling around that part, and then I think I was totally burnt out at the time when I was reaching the graduation time. So okay,
Got
this is not going to give
it.
me any
Hmm.
like if this is going to be the amount of work that I give currently, and even though the job is like pretty prestigious and stuff, of course, it has its own merits and stuff. But what I'm saying is like if I'm not able to enjoy the process right now in the
You figured it's not really for you.
yeah, so that was the thought.
That's the good part about experimenting, right? You
Huh.
try it, you see, is it really working out for you? And without being very emotional, you take a decision because it's an experiment. You know, you really know if it's not going to be there, you'll try something else. Absolutely.
Yes.
And damn sure, even about product design, he absolutely had the same attitude. Works out, it's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out, no problem. Come, open a clinic.
Definitely.
You can, like, I'll work with your teeth, and now we will do user interviews there.
I was actually thinking of that doing interviews in dental clinic. But
Yeah. Yeah. So you always had that attitude, right? Very
so
good. Yeah. Hmm.
then I think I worked for like 6 months that was also part time. So I just used to
Ah,
go in the evening, see through some patients, and in the
okay.
mornings I just do some random content curate. So basically, I just watch a lot of content. Like I just take in a
Yes.
lot. Okay, let's
Yes.
see whatever that's possible. That's how I
Hmm.
landed on to UX. So that 6 months
Got
was
it.
more of a finding out, figuring out thing. So it's like, okay, let's. So the thing is, one thing I have to appreciate is my parents were also pretty
Hmm.
supportive on that part because
Nice.
like
Nice.
they did like give me some time to think. They weren't like forcing me to do something. I was like, okay, let's like I think you will be able to figure out. Let's see. That's
I
the
think, see, I can definitely tell that because from what I know, you always carry yourself with this clarity about yourself. You're like, I'm figuring it out.
Hmm.
I'm there. I think I'll experiment. Things
Yeah.
will happen. So I think if I'm your father, I'm like, no problem, do it. I think you will figure out. You will take good steps. So that confidence is pretty much there, right?
Yes.
So nice. So tell me one thing. So what actually? So December 2022, you
Yeah.
finally took the decision to join this program. Like what triggered you finally?
Uh,
Right? Because see,
Nothing like I.
I remember you were practicing and then I think you took a break, right? What
Yeah.
what actually happened? If I remember, I think one of your intro calls.
So
Uh,
I think I quit by Jan. So Jan
yes,
month, by the time the got started, I was like, okay, I'm just
you
doing
took
part
a, yeah, I remember this.
time.
Jan 7th is when you dropped the introduction message and stuff like that. And I think that time only like you kind of came on call and it's like, dude, I'm like, I want to pursue this full time and like what like how is that you're able to commit, right? I
Huh.
mean, so actually, if you do you remember like how are you able to commit? How did you know that you really want to really sit with this full time? Because
Okay.
you could have in parallel continued your practice, isn't it?
Yeah. So the thing is like so people do think, so I'll tell you the reality of dentistry, right? People
Hmm.
do think that dentists earn a lot, but honestly they don't earn. So
Okay.
an entry level dentist gets around like 15K to 20K.
Oh,
That's the level at which
this
the
is like internships or this is like the
no,
full
no,
time?
same only. So that's
Oh,
how the initial struggles are there. But
got it.
eventually, if you are sticking with the career, eventually you'll reap the rewards. But the thing is, like, if you have to stick for 2 to 5 years actually.
Got
So
it. Got it.
I was like, I was earning around, I think it was 8K, 9K. Like I was like pretty meager. So yeah,
Got it.
let's just chill. I was talking to my parents, give me just 6 months. Yeah, like I figure out something. Uh,
Got it. Got it.
that was
Hmm.
the thought. So I thought, okay, let's split it. Jan pay, let's. So the thought, like,
Hmm.
I'm not leaving something that I am loving. So I have something that I love. So let's spend actually some time to see if this is working out. So I just wanted to commit. So that's the idea.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so now what people are very curious about is how is it that you committed yourself to practice? Like, what did you tell yourself? How is that you used to always show up in calls, the classes, used to like
Actually,
most assignments are done from your side, right? You're always there in the group VCs. Like, how could you commit? Like, one is time,
hmm.
but what like because there are many other people who are like full time committed, who are like very much ready and like I have the time, but after a few weeks, like God knows where they were, right? And surprisingly, I think some of your group members
Hmm.
were actually having a full time job and were more committed,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Like that was actually inspiring me. I'll tell you, like I've been to a lot of communities. I used to take a lot of
Hmm.
small courses to validate my idea. Okay, this is, let's say I take
Yes.
a small marketing course, see if this is. So
Huh.
the time when I landed into UXM community, so
Hmm.
the people there are pretty active, like super active. Like I was like, that actually encouraged me. Like
Yes.
I'm naturally a person who's like avoidant, who wants to be lazy, chill out, do my own thing, probably watch some Netflix. That's the kind of attitude I used to have before. But when I came into UX like UX people were like
Yes.
pretty doing some crazy work at their startups, or just doing a night jam and then
More like
going to work. So these people pretty much inspired me. Uh,
correct.
and
Correct.
then I used to talk to these people also. Na? So in the community, people share ideas. We'll do some whiteboarding, a lot of
Yes.
random thoughts, random business ideas. Arey yaar, say let's say like book my show is doing this, like is this going to work out?
Yes.
Or like so these kind of discussions kept me in the loop. Like uh,
Correct.
I am mostly like I wanted to develop my own stuff, right? Like I want to develop my own app. Okay,
Yes.
so these kind of my the discussions were like pretty interesting that I wanted to join. Like it's not
That,
like
that's the beautiful thing about the community, right? I mean, when you know that there are people without like you, without even any worry, you can just literally talk to them about any of these topics, because
Yeah.
they're all in, like, I mean, they paid so much and came to the program, right? What are they even here for? And it surprises me that not everyone realizes it this way, right?
Hmm.
The very people like, okay, there's a community over there, VC is there over here. Come on, let me talk. If I'm going to talk about, critiquing the UX of certain app, let's say like Book My Show, like
Hmm.
people are ready to talk. What is are people even here for? And I absolutely love the way you guys used to just sit for hours and hours and like just
So
discuss. Sometimes I used to also
that I
listen.
was there was
What?
also pretty active. So
Yes, yes.
I think that part of my journey was towards, I mean, because of them also. So the kind of discussions we had. Otherwise, like I would have been.
That makes you the person. That's exactly what I keep telling people, right? See, I mean, okay, like this entire sorry, this entire transition story, everything cannot really happen if Sriram just isolated himself without talking to people. You have seen that even in his college times, he was like he wants to go and talk to people. He would just go and organize these events and all, talk to people. And then he used to like just go to LinkedIn, find other people who were like probably followed a similar path, talk to people there, talk to people like everywhere. The moment he came to the community, he was very active. He used to be a part of this volunteering. He used to spend time a lot in these VCs. It will, the transformation will really happen only when you invest enough time in opening up, sharing your ideas, and allowing a lot of stuff to actually go and change your perspectives. The main reason being, you need to become the person, right? It just cannot happen if you are not the person. You become the person who is a UX designer, then the industry identifies you as a UX designer, right? Learning is not simply about actually downloading a lot of stuff into your brain, right? You can, like, it doesn't even take like 1 to 2 weeks to just by heart all those UX related terms, especially for a dentist. So is like you might have by hearted every name of all the like whatever, like all those things. I
Yeah,
don't even know
yeah,
what to
yeah,
call
yeah.
them. You can just go and buy out all those terms, doesn't even take a very less time, right? But when you actually go and engage with people, that's when you really realize everyone has different perspectives. You start debating, right? And then your own opinion, your own thought process will start opening up, right? And that's why it is very, very, very important to engage in a community and always go into these situations where you can go and debate. Always bring up these topics and talk. If you know that you have some friend who can literally talk about product, UX, anything, call them up, talk. That's it. Make it a habit. A huge transformation will happen. Awesome. Okay. So yes. So what do you like? What were your what was a regular day like, Sriram?
So I am
How did
pretty.
you maximize on delivering so much? Because I was always telling, like, dude, guys, like everyone, you cannot finishing everything I have. Like there were more than 100 assignments, and a lot of stuff, right? So many tracks, and I'm like, you cannot finish. But I think you had one of the highest amount of delivery. How? What happened? What was the secret here?
So I'm kind of a night owl, I would say. Like I spend a lot of time in the night. I sleep a lot in the mornings. So at the time, like okay, let's chill out. Yeah, like it's I am having like 6 months in my hand. So let's just be attentive at the same time. Stay relaxed. That's the attitude I was having. So
Yes.
so I used to start my day around 11. So I wake up at around 10. So around
Yep.
11, I just
Similar
sit
story.
at my
Many
desk.
people. Yeah.
So sit at my desk and then I see if anyone is active in the Discord. Let's say if someone is active, just call them like, bro, I am active, so can you join me, do something?
Yes.
So I think Kushagra, the guy, Kushagra Vishnu.
Yes, yes, I remember. Kushagra was very active.
So, so we used to have some early morning discussion. It's like early morning for me. So so I just join around 11:30, 12 or something, and then it goes till the noon, so 2:33. So it's
Correct.
more like rather than just discussing on just the assignment, we just take the assignment and then try to apply in different products and see, okay, bro, let's see this Airbnb car flow. Let's bro, like,
Yes.
how does
Hmm.
this relate with, let's say, other, let's say, housing.com? Like, how does this relate to this? Some correlations we have to just gather some ideas on around that part, So these kind of idea generation used to happen at that time.
Correct. Correct.
Actually,
Correct.
was one of the beneficial activities that I was doing, and then
Hmm.
and also like I was involved in lesson creation also. So after some time, I was like pretty bored. I was like, Anadeep, is there any work that you have? Okay,
Yes.
can you? And we used to just create assignments for other people also. So
Correct.
those,
Correct.
so being in a having a perspective of like you doing the activity and you creating
Correct.
the activity, it's like
Yes.
you have the perspective covered entirely. So
Yes. Now you'll have to, like, go into the, like, the root understanding of the transformation which the assignment needs to have, right? So
yes,
what is the concept which, because all the assignments literally were like, what is the change which needs to happen to the people, right? By
yes,
the end of this assignment, what should they have practiced and what should they have realized
yeah,
was literally the thing. And then it literally puts you on a spot and I'll be like, okay, I need to have these realizations, I need to start thinking like this, and then how do I replicate, how do I make sure others have this particular journey,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. So I still remember the days where my phone ka gallery will have a lot of screenshots. Like I just screenshot, put it in the Figma file, screenshot it.
Correct.
So that's
Correct.
how it used to be that time. So
You're
so
pretty enthusiastic. I think you're a part of that initiative where we started writing about the critical decisions and stuff like that, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Right?
absolutely, yeah,
You, Kushagra, Shefali,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was
Ras-
there. Yes.
amazing, quite amazing time it was. Yes. You guys are like very enthusiastic
So
at that
I
point of.
mean,
Yeah,
didn't feel boring for me. Firstly,
absolutely. Yeah.
and then secondly, like I was like, I was meeting new people. I am making new friends here. Like I'm
Yes.
connecting with people. So I was like, okay, pretty chill. Of course, there's a pressure behind me. Like parents is there, like, okay, what are you doing here in the room, closing the door and talking to random people like around
Correct.
3 a.m., 2 a.m. Like, no, I'm just doing some work.
Because, see, people used to come and ask, hey, all this unstructured stuff, should I involve, should I not involve, what do I do? Like, dude, absolutely you should involve. This is what makes you the person,
Yes.
right? That's what, like people really need to get this very, very simple message. You become enthusiastic, you are into the practice of product design, because a performing, a very, very good performing product designer is out there who's very enthusiastic, would always go and find out ways to identify problems and solve problems and do things with a lot of creativity. This is a very hireable person. This person will automatically create a lot of value. The person will automatically have conversations with everyone on the ground, start looking for multiple ways to go and solve the problems. Tools will not be a barrier, frameworks will not be a barrier, time will never be a barrier. This enthusiasm really, really, really defines the value which you can create in the organizations. And that's the opportunity which you literally have in front of you, right? Like, where else can you actually get highly motivated people who want to engage in all these unstructured things which can make you a person, right? Because if you only wait until something structured is there for you and you'll only do things which are given you by the structure, when will you become the person, right? You'll only sit and wait until you are instructed. And a valuable product designer or a UX designer cannot, the business cannot afford them to sit and wait and do only the things which business asks them to do on the whiteboards. It cannot happen like this, right? So become the person who will get into this practice, right? Awesome. Okay, so I this was really good, and I think I need to show something, right? I remember one of the incidents. Okay, I this is let me see. Um, hmm.
Yeah, that's me. That's the background of UPSC, if you see.
Held a grudge on to dentist. Can you hear this?
Yes, yes, I'm
Can you
able.
hear this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because childhood, I had to have a root canal treatment, and the
Yeah.
dentist did not give a proper anesthesia and all. I don't know, because to kids you won't give anesthesia or something. I don't know. Yeah. And it was very painful, and I was like, I always had the grudge to dentists. So I'm going to show all that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was basically during that review time, right?
Yeah, I remember. I
Where I was like, let us do roast reviews, and I'm going to take this full grudge on you because I have the grudge on dentists. But you absolutely outperformed. Like I was totally shocked how you really took the entire, all the decisions. We were just brainstorming on the decisions framework at that point of time, right? How is it
yeah,
that we can really tell very, very effective stories? I remember you guys were researching on all the storytelling techniques,
yeah,
flashbacks, forwards, flash forwards, and like whatnot, like multiple storytelling techniques, right?
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think
this
it was
was
like a rough draft I was making, and I was like, okay, let's at least show this. I was like in a hurry that time. Yeah.
yeah. So that was an amazing review session. Okay, yeah. So tell me one thing, Sriram.
Yeah.
What motivated you in, like, you are always very good in presenting your work very well, right? I'm going to show your portfolio onto the people on the screen as this actually goes forward, right? But what made you come up with all the organic ways of telling very good stories? What inspired you?
I just want to stand out from the crowd. That's the thought I was having. Okay.
Yes, but the problem is whenever people really want to stand out from the crowd, right? The biggest misconceptions people have is I need to stand out of the crowd, so let me make it very, very colorful. Really crazy font. But you really got the heart of standing out. You're like, let me drive my unique story through some of the decisions which I have taken, right? So
Yes.
how, like,
So
what can
I
you give
think
us some storytelling tips while I actually show some of the work which you have done?
okay. So it's more like I had to just tell something that people, even a very, let's say an HR could understand. That was the thought. Okay, let's say the HR is going through my case study. Let's say he
Yes,
has to take a decision. Let's think from this persona. Like, okay, this is the HR. Like, what is his daily job? Okay, he's going to just have a bunch of applications pouring in, and he's going to like spend like 6 seconds to just quickly go through the visuals. Okay, this person is good fit. Okay, just
correct.
filter. So that was a journey for this guy, and
Yes,
I want to fit there. So I actually wanted to capture his attention, and what will bring an attention is what I was thinking.
yes,
So from that
yes.
point of view, I was like brainstorming a lot, and the way I was presenting the case study that I made was like, even it was a very minor problem that I'm trying to solve. I'll just cover all the perspectives, like what is the business benefit out of this, or
Yes.
what is the so people
I,
just
I,
try.
I showcase your portfolio. I think that's
Ah,
when you'll be able to tell this. But what I absolutely loved is, I mean, actually, this is what I really talk about. So whenever I talk about how is it that we make a presentation, the first thing I start, probably you also remember this,
yeah,
right? I think I remember taking this call to you guys also. Is like, okay, whom are you, like, you want to write a case study, the first thought should not be, "Hey, what's a case study template? What should I really put in my case study? What makes a good case study?" That's not the first thought you need to have. The
yeah,
first thought you need to have, as exactly how Sriram Manogar said, who's going to read it? Did I empathize the people who are actually going to consume it? Right? Do you remember that call? We were like
yeah,
sitting
absolutely.
there, make a journey map, thinking about all the thoughts which the recruiter is going to have. And then we
Yes,
were like, we also went and brainstormed a lot about these assignments and all that stuff. You
yes.
remember, right?
Entire
So,
interview
yeah,
process, you were like brainstorming, and
correct, correct,
yeah,
correct. And that's exactly how you prepare, right? I'm telling you guys, the biggest hack of cracking interviews is to empathize the people whom you're going to interview. Simple. If you are trained as a UX designer, as a product designer, you can really empathize people. You can go and research and understand people. It takes really, 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 really little effort to actually go and empathize how recruiters think, how design managers think. Once you start doing that, you can really prioritize what is that you want to talk about in your case studies. I'm telling you, stop literally thinking about what should I put in my case study, what is going to impress a recruiter, what is going to work. Stop doing that and figure this out. Lot of things will come out,
Yeah.
like from one root understanding that, hey, you know what, probably the recruiter doesn't have a lot of time over here. Oh, looks like there are multiple stages over here they'll just quickly scan, but here at this point of time they might actually read more details about it.
Yes.
So can I actually make it in such a way they can quickly scan and still find out something, and also if they read in detail they can actually identify something. You will yourself get a lot of presentation ideas the moment you empathize the person who is going to go through your case studies and who is going to judge you. Very simple exercise, right? We do this in the program. It really works very well, and I strongly recommend you guys to do it as well. And the good part is unique things will come out. Very good unique things will come out because you will empathize for the current time. You will go and find out new ways to grab attention and present stuff and have your talking points customized to the story you have, right? Instead of just simply copy pasting someone else's case studies and stories, you're not really prepared for their stories. You need to be prepared for your stories, right? So yes, Sriram, let me quickly showcase your case study, showcase your portfolio. But before that, I wanted to show something else.
Okay.
I think this
Yeah.
was one more call. So yes, this in this particular manner, you can also go and try uh, portfolio websites. Okay.
Anandeep, like
There
I
must
want
be
to.
probably as a community, all of us can look for some of the tools which can make where portfolio websites. In fact, I remember this Kushagra and Surabhi actually worked on this. I don't know where's Kushagra today. Surabhi, are you there on the call? I was asking, was Kushagra there? Surabhi, not Surabhi, probably, but
Anandeep, I just want to show something. Like I'm working on this platform.
this is the
I'm
call.
currently writing the case study on this platform called Shorthand.
Huh.
So
Everyone's smiling at this point.
shorthand.
Can you show that once? Let me give you.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, brother.
So I'm just scrolling.
Huh.
So it's
Is this a website for portfolio?
no,
one?
it's a storytelling kind of a platform. So
What's the platform name?
Shorthand. Shorthand.
Can you go to the home page?
Yeah. So they have this. So this.
What was surprising is
Yeah.
he went out and figured out a tool which was about telling stories. It was not even about
The thing
making
is,
case
like
studies.
they have.
It's a website builder, right? Thing, but you can obviously use it for building. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine. Nadeep. Like I haven't. Like they have three. Free version as three stories we can publish. The case study which I'm about.
How is
So,
this Adobe Spark?
one thing I loved is like it has something like a zoom in or zoom out feature. Like
Okay.
so
Okay.
this one was very good. Like,
Oh, this is nice, man. This is really nice.
I can
Just,
just
when you brought this in, no,
zoom in and
I was
show
like,
what I am.
just that. Why are you using a serif font, bro?
It's default font. Sorry, I have changed.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
I was pretty.
when this happened, right? And we were like we were trying to find out many tools, and then like you are like out of the box, come and say that, dude, I found something about telling stories and a website builder and all. Okay, fine. Then like Anudeep, I just loved how this this thing actually gets highlighted, and I can tell a story about that.
Yeah.
That was like shit, man. Like wow. Absolutely, always was really inspired by how you always went and took that route. Like you got the heart. You know that this is what we are all trying to do as a community. You got the heart, and instead of sitting like, okay, I'll wait until Anudeep should tell me what are the tools to use, only then I'll use. No. Let me figure out. And come and contribute back. Right?
Yeah, I remember people are using the tool after that. Like a lot of people are telling me, okay.
Yeah. It was. I was damn sure you are going to be one of the first people going to get hired. I don't think this person is going to stay very long with me. He's going to go. It's very obvious, right? That enthusiasm literally told everything, right?
Yeah.
So yes, so we were talking about stories, and I think that's when I think people are also curious to look at this portfolio of yours.
Yeah.
Kind of got you hired, right?
Yes.
So hmm. So I think you made this a little later, isn't it? This was not
It
the
was like,
first
I'll
version.
tell you. The thing is, even before
Huh.
I got a job, right?
Huh.
I got an offer as a freelancer.
Huh. Okay.
I used to like do a lot of prototyping. I was more interested in showcasing the how do I bring an idea to a product.
I have that. I have that. I mean, you know what? I think I should show that.
Yeah, it
This guy, I'm telling you, always like crazy ideas only. Like I'll tell you, I'll show you what happened there, right? So we were doing this assignment. Hmm. Yes, show my screen. So there was this assignment, right? Where people had to break down a bunch of things, right? Bunch of things on the screen and start debating and all this stuff, right? So this phone pay ka screen, YouTube screen. You have to break down and start thinking about asking questions about, why, right? There was a simple assignment to ask about why. Why did the existing designers do things in that particular manner? Many people did this assignment, right? But but Sriram Manogar had to do something different, right? He can't just sit like that. And then what he does is he goes and writes an article about it. He breaks it down. He uses a simple assignment and writes a case study about it. Done. Like a simple short one. But I'm like, wow, dude. I mean, if only people do this for every assignment out there, like you don't have to simply wait until you finish large projects to go and show things out there for your portfolio. Like simple, yes, done one exercise, put that, write the thought process and present it. Done.
yeah. I still remember
Wait.
like I also
Huh.
you the teaching atomic design system
Yes,
breakdown,
yes,
and I was like,
yes.
okay, let's try apply this concept here. I have to apply this somewhere. Then I made a
Absolutely. So tell me, you're telling about the story about how you
yeah,
got the.
freelance. So I mean, it was around April or May. I think I didn't graduate fully. I didn't even finish off my capstone project.
We were doing the capstone project at that point.
So
Yes.
I was like, honestly speaking, I didn't do the capstone project yet.
So now people are a secret. You're like, do all these things and get hired. Don't do all that capstone project, this project, that project. Simple. Take those assignments, make them into case studies and showcase them. Get a job, get offers. That's it. Done. Happy. I'm very happy.
So I just posted my work online on LinkedIn. I mean, I used
Yes.
to do this random idea, prototype generation and stuff. So I think I took the dental software that I wanted to create. So
Yes.
I just wanted to envision it. Okay, let's how does this product look like? So then I
What?
made a so
What?
so it was like a dental SaaS product. Basically,
Hmm.
uh, it's more like how do you enter the patient ka history inside the software. So a lot of
Correct.
softwares are like pretty. I mean, it's like a lot of functionality oriented, pretty confusing. If you miss something, it's like gone. Or I saved it. Where did it go? And then I
Yes.
was like, I just took that idea and then I made a prototype. Okay, let's make something out of this.
Correct. Correct.
And then
Correct.
I tried to add some my own concepts. Like I think it I mean the prototype. I hope it's working. It's been like pretty long.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I just took this concept, put it in. It's like a very nascent product idea that I had. Like I just took in how does this look like? Like if you can, I think cervical buckle is something. I just the first top one. I think it just highlights the areas in which the carries will be there. So I was
Nice.
like trying to put this idea into prototype. And then I used to make a lot of prototypes. If you see in my portfolio, like also I would like, if you go a little bit down, like I used to like take some random prototypes.
Yes, 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 yes. I remember this. I remember this.
I just wanted to make some prototypes. Yeah, like I really love
Yes.
this idea of
This was
prototypes.
our, you remember UI month?
Yes, UI month, exactly.
UI month.
So
Yes. Like,
I
start, come on, let's replicate, right? We have now converted that exercise into four multiple doses,
yes,
right? From whatever we did
I
started with your
remember.
batch.
I was doing a lot of
Yes.
uh, basically like recreating the same similar prototype as in how the app would look like, and I was just trying
Good.
to replicate it, and
Yes.
that actually got me. Uh,
And you should share this on LinkedIn as well.
yeah. So a person actually visited my portfolio. I just randomly dumped everything into a portfolio. I think I have to iterate this portfolio also, but I just dumped everything. The person actually wanted exactly the same thing.
How did the lead, like, how did the lead happen? Like, how did they discover your portfolio?
On
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, on LinkedIn. So I randomly, I just post something on LinkedIn every time I
Yes.
do something, I just post something.
This is one more hack. And after this hack, I started popularizing this hack only. Like, guys, you just post these things on LinkedIn, people will start talking to you. Like, what are you even waiting for? Right?
Yeah. So I just used to just randomly make some prototypes of real apps and then put it. Yeah. So a person actually reached out to me, like saying, we actually have an idea. It's
Ah,
regarding like it was like an so the product they had was like replacement for doorbells. So you have to scan the QR and then that will lead them to the. I mean, the house owner will get the notification that the person is waiting. So that was a product they already had, but they wanted to
okay.
expand it. They wanted to expand it to a hotel car setup, where like it's like the scan and they can order some like toiletries or something like that, or probably they can ask for a favor. This was like a hotel management system. It was a pretty complex system. I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
This person was like, I have an idea. I just wanted to prototype to test and show it to the hotels. That was the requirement they had.
Okay.
Since I had this skill of taking an idea and putting into prototypes, I was like, okay, this is going to be a fun project, let's do. That was the thought. And then
Nice.
and then I just started it. This guy was a Hindi person, so I didn't know anything in Hindi. so
Okay.
so coming from Tamil Nadu, like people are like Hindi.
Is that there in your portfolio? Whatever you did, is it there?
Like it's the first case study, I guess. Yeah, that one.
Ah, got it.
So it was like a hotel car software. I don't know anything about it. I just randomly went inside,
Yes.
put in my thoughts there. The thing is like, since I was not able to talk to users there because of the language barrier and everything, that's something unique. I had a problem there.
Correct.
So what I told was like, bro, Bhaiya, like you talk to the user. I'll do something on my prototype side. You talk to the user. I'll talk to Chennai ka
I
user.
remember. I can see our entire framework coming here. Tease the solution. Start showing the journey.
No, no, actually there are so many journeys. I don't know what to show. And then
Correct.
let's just show one journey.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I was like, let's just show this journey. How
Correct.
someone order a soap. That was a journey. And then like,
Correct.
I was like, okay, then what else? I was just like put in the solution there. I was talking to doing some brainstorming with the client. I was like, okay, I started watching some YouTube videos since I don't have any access to users actually. And then I understood the system. Okay, how does a property management software work? And I was talking to users and to users from Chennai. So like I just went down to random people. That's how it worked. So pretty
Yes.
and the thing is I didn't have any idea, so I had to do some remote testing. So I found out a software called I think it was called I forgot the name, but yeah,
Hmm.
this one. So I just shared it.
This training tools. In fact, even this is with a new another tool called Bullet.
Yeah, so I tell you, I didn't have any time, so I got a job. So I got an internship offer in a several companies. So like after finishing the study, I put into Notion.
Correct.
I shared the Notion link on my portfolio. That was the entire portfolio of mine. At the time, it was just Notion.
Correct.
And
Correct. I remember that also. Yes.
yeah,
Huh.
so entirely it was a Notion. I felt okay. A lot of people at the time were starting to Bento or Notion cars. A lot of softwares are popping up at the time. So
Correct.
I just thought, okay, I have to. I think I might get some leads because of this. I don't know. I don't want to waste a lot of time in beautifying my entire process. So what I did was like there was a tool called Bullet, the tool that you're seeing currently.
Correct. Huh.
It takes a Notion page and converts into a website.
Nice. Yes.
I just did that and then it literally gave me a good website ka feel. Okay,
Nice.
that's how. Okay, let's save some time. Just put it out there, see if people are responding, and that's how I made like a simple framer portfolio from Figma, and
Yes.
then that's it. Like just did
And
that.
then you should share everything, like whatever it was. You were just very happy
Yeah,
to.
very happy to share. Like whatever the challenge, whatever the work I'm doing, I'll just share. Like
It was just like just simple. These replication.
yeah,
Yeah. Share. Right.
yeah, very simple. Like I was working on a carousel.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how a carousel would work, and I was like, okay, I just share it. Let's share it. So this was the approach I was having. Nothing.
Exactly. And that literally went and gave you all the leads, right? I mean, you are like, if you go and look at Sriram Manogar's LinkedIn, you'll keep finding that he'll continuously keep posting. And that's the way you gather reach, and that's the way you will be basically be in the eyes of multiple people who might want you as a match. And
Yes.
then literally people started approaching him.
Yeah. So
Over.
I a lot of. I mean, the client
I
had.
think the freelance project, the internship, and the job convert, everything is an inbound lead, isn't it?
Yeah. So the job, I think internship I applied on LinkedIn only. Uh,
Acha, okay.
so that was like an outbound, but this client freelance was.
Oh,
So
because that guy actually came to the graduation.
yeah, yeah,
he was so he was so. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not sure if he's feeling the same now, but he was so happy about Sriram Manogar. It was like, let me actually come to the graduation and meet your mentor. Yeah.
so I
Huh.
actually I was using LinkedIn for just applying for. I mean, at the time I was ready with the case study. I just want to apply right now.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
confident that I might get some leads. So
Okay.
at the time I think I stuck with the idea that I need to get a full time job. I don't know where I got that, but I was like, I need to get a good job here. I am having an experience at least right now. Let's get a full time job. And I
Correct.
was like pretty rigid on that idea. That it took me like 2 months to understand that okay,
Yes.
you should be that rigid. The market situation is not that great right now. Let's again experiment. Like let's again put in some experiment.
Correct. 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 I think it was around that time I think we was having this discussion. I even made a video with that call, like why internships matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that gave me some confidence also. Okay, internship is not like you go there and you get exploited. There are good people. You will have to find it. So
It's a complete perspective shift, right? See, because the point is, if you take an internship, it's not just they are experimenting with you, you are experimenting with them as well. You
yeah,
are trying to understand what is a good fit. And if you are in an internship, you can openly apply to multiple other jobs.
yeah,
Now you're being paid for the free time which you are having. And you can openly, you can even go to the person who was offered you internship and say, hey, you know what, please keep sending my portfolio to other leads who might be hiring full time. You can't do this if you get a full time job, right?
yeah, absolutely.
And then you can start. The another advantage is you can have a good jump start. I mean, see, I think your internship around 35,000 is what you got the internship,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
That's the good part, right? Now, like because the internship itself was paying 35,000, he could literally go and ask for a very good figure like 17 lakhs for his full time offer. So
yeah,
that's a hack. That's something that really works, right? Because how do people really know your worth? Like, okay, fine, you come experiment with us. We want to do a low cost experiment with you. This is the budget we really have,
hmm,
and then you prove your worth,
yeah,
right? In fact, Sriram, you need to really tell us this story. On, of course, before you tell the story of how your internship got converted into full time and made such a very, very good offer, which people are very curious about.
Hmm.
What happened in the interview? How did you finally land this internship? And what is the magic you did that guy actually came to the graduation ceremony to meet me?
No, actually, we became good friends. Actually, like Anish is my manager, so
Okay,
we discuss random product ideas. Just like how I got the same vibe of the community with him.
got it.
So I was actually like trying to find some good people. So he wanted to actually find some good people from our community. So that's how
Okay.
I was like, okay, let's go and see how the community is, the design community currently is. So
Hmm.
that's why he came with along with me. So if you ask me like how I got this job, right? I mean, got the
Huh.
internship. So
Okay.
I was trying a lot of LinkedIn cold outreaches, email outreaches. Nothing seemed to work at the time because
Hmm.
people just used to just give me some assignments. I will do some assignments. I even like share it with you, bro. Nadeep, like I have done this assignment. Like, what do you think of this? And you will be like they are not replying back. What should I do? Like, you should like just wait. Like, it will happen. Don't be desperate. Just wait.
No doubt.
That was the kind of like, but
Yes.
as a candidate, if you put your shoes in their place, now like even if I'm thinking back, like I was in so much pressure. Like I was already into like 8 months into the program, like 6, 7, 8 months, and then I was
Correct.
like, okay, the market, what should I do now? Like,
Stop
should I go
the
back?
practicing.
Should I
Yes.
go back? A lot of doubts creep in your mind, right? It's not like
Correct.
you are always in a steady mode, like Zen mode or something.
Yes.
Everything like it was like disoriented at the time. So I was like,
You need to
okay,
stop. That's the point. Like whatever, like he used to like. The good part is always like Sriram Manogar always like, hey Anadeep, this is what I'm thinking. What do you say? Like, find ways to get over that. Start working. Take an assignment. Do this. Do that. Whatever. Be enthusiastic. Talk to people. That's it. Like, always find ways to get over that self doubt.
yes,
Because all you need to do in that situation where you're getting self doubt is not make yourself stop. That's it. So that's it.
yes.
do, do whatever. If possible, do 3 assignments. Don't stop. Simple. Right?
So I was kind of applying like a regular candidate. Go into LinkedIn, apply. That button is there.
Ah,
Click on it. You will be. So I didn't really empathize that side, the other side.
got
So
it.
it was like I took. I mean, I think it was the time you made this internship video along with that
Correct.
journey mapping of the entire hiring process and everything. I was able
Yes.
to see the
Yes.
clarity. Okay, I gained the clarity. Okay,
Correct.
so the
Correct.
market is, and you cannot put something and expect something will come back. Like you have to really understand how the market is behaving currently. What are the steps going on? Like how does the people currently are thinking about hiring? So these things I was trying to talk to some lead designers, try to connect again. I think from our own cohort, there were a lot of lead product designers who are working. I think it was
Correct.
there was a CA person. I forgot her name. Like uh,
Rhythm Tiwari.
Rhythm was also there. Rhythm was there. He works at Geo currently, I guess.
That's one more amazing story, dude. A
Yeah,
CA to a job in, I should call
yeah.
Rhythm. I think Rhythm, if you are watching this live, like
Yes,
you will
so
be on
he
this
was
episode.
pretty helpful. Like he actually got a job. He was a senior of our court, so I talked to him. Like he told me, like, bro, like, uh, I know the market is bad, but still they are hiring good people. So you'll have to
Correct.
become no other way. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
and then after this client project, I was like pretty confident that I might get some leads. So what I did was like I used to send this big paragraph to the the regular email template kind of a
Yes. Yes. Yes.
so big.
Zero.
I am doing this. So the thing is like even now like if you see like I'm currently actually hiring an intern now so in my company so
Huh.
anyone
Huh.
who's watching let's just ping me like
That if anyone feels like you are the future Sriram Manogar, yeah. But anyway, till it. I think people is now, if you don't reveal, then people start sending you big paragraphs. Reveal what's
so
the
now that I'm
learn
shows,
here.
I'm able to understand the pain points really. So I'll tell you like so I just changed the strategy. I just put into 3 4 lines like
Correct.
Just 4 points.
Because
Uh,
what changed? Empathy. You
yes,
now understood the journey of how a recruiter
yes,
thinks,
exactly. So I
right?
just so so that previously I used to ask a lot of favors without giving. So
Correct.
so
Correct.
I just go and bro, like, can you refer me? Like, bro, I am doing this. Can you refer me? Like, can you just give me some feedback? No,
Correct.
it was not working. I then asked
Correct.
very specific, very specific, bro. I just did this, and I just used to connect with specific people who are good at that. So basically, like, let's say someone is good at UI, I just ask
Correct.
specific UI doubts to them. Okay, I am
Correct.
doing this. This is a particular component I'm working on. I have some doubts. They will
Yeah.
definitely reply. Like, since are very short, people just want to learn themselves also. So they want to diverge from their work. They just want to see how other products
This
work.
is so powerful, right? I mean,
Yeah.
many people who, when they approach for mentorship,
Yes.
and I was discussing this in one of the vlogs as well in the other channel, right? When you approach a senior, they really want to talk to you, but
Yes.
but all you have to offer to them and say is, hey, you know what, I'm looking for your mentorship. I really want every advice. You're basically putting a lot of pressure on them. Like,
Yes.
see, I don't want to think. I'll put myself in your hands. You make me designer. Then
Yeah.
people want to talk. People, right? People need talking points. They really want to talk to you. So go with something specific.
Yeah.
Go with one idea you have. Go with one solution which you have explored. Go with one critique which you did with some other app or product out there, and talk to them and ask them about their opinion, because that is a good starting point for them. They'll talk about it without worrying too much about what does it do to you, because or else the big burden, right? To be a mentor is a big burden, because whatever I talk to you will can have any impact in your life, can have a negative impact or a positive impact in your life. So it's a big burden, right?
Yes.
But when you make things easy for them, when you're like, hey, you, I'm literally looking for just your opinion,
Hmm.
don't worry, I learned from it, but even if it is wrong, it's fine. People are very much open to talk to you,
Yeah.
right? This is the way, this, I should say, is the hack to go and get mentorship from anyone out there,
Yeah.
right? Go with them, go to them with something very specific.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I
Continue.
I was
Hmm.
like getting some answers from these people who used to not respond to me at all, just ghost me like. So I was like getting some really minor changes that I can do in my work. So this
Okay.
was more on getting feedback and refining my portfolio. I was doing that on the side. Meanwhile, I had to apply for jobs. So what I did was like, I again a Notion person, so I just I tried to put all the. So I'll just take the job offer, use a scraper or something, a web scraper or something, scrap the entire job description and everything, put it in, rate
and
the.
and this was the time when I don't think we had very powerful chat GPT and all back then, isn't it? It was
Yes,
just starting
it was just
that
starting.
point of
It
time.
was just starting. It was
Just
very
starting.
yeah. So
Yes.
I just scrapped using a web scraper, LinkedIn extension or something, and then I just put it into Notion. Some
I'm
Notion.
like anything Notion, I need to go to Sriram Manogar. Like, tech guy works for a big tech company like Amazon, goes to an ex-dentist for help with Notion. Wow. I remember I used to like, all the team members, Charan and everyone were like, dude, we need to go to we need to go to, Sriram Manogar for this, right?
Yeah. So I
By
just
all the viewers, if you are watching, if you are enjoying this conversation, please put your comments on the live chat on how this is inspiring you. You can talk about any of those learnings which you might have picked from whatever we are discussing. And if you absolutely love the journey of Sriram Manogar, you can just put a very short note to Sriram and he'll absolutely love it. We will show that on the screen over here. So please drop in some messages and pour the love in. Let's go ahead, Sriram. Yes, so you did this.
what I do was like I'm just I want to be organized. I don't want to waste time. Like it's like the thing is like I faced this problem which was like pretty funny, which is I applied to a company and then the I forgot out about I applied. And after 2 months, the person reached out to me, bro, there's an offer here. I was like, what is this company? Should I ask this guy what is the company? Like, what do they do?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good problem to have, but the thing is like, okay, so I was having these problems also. So I was not organized in my job search approach. So I was like, let's scrap everything, stay organized, put everything into Notion. I used to just rate the company also, like
Hmm.
fitting me. My expectation is the company and me fitting properly. Are the
Yes.
expectations and my expectation matching? So I'll just rate all the jobs, like put in everything. I'll just do it in every single day twice. Like in the morning, I just grab something, put it.
Yes.
It will be like a storage in the morning. In the evening, I'll just
Hmm.
revisit and revise. So that's
Sriram,
how.
we should do good. Both of us, I think we should build this into a product. We should use AI agents to automate this,
Yeah.
launch it as a product, right? We will pitch it to all the people out there, and you make money, I make money. Yeah, deal.
So I was just doing this. I mean, I think I used to just automate this also. I was using Zapier at the time. So I used just to link that basically the extension with Zapier into Notion. So that's how I
Nice.
used to just apply here. That apply will be directly going to Notion. so
Got
so I was doing that part. And then in the evening, I just go and rate, okay, this company will be a fit or not. Will it? So when I was rating, I was like,
it.
I found like good companies. Like I think it was Lazy Pay or something. There are a lot of companies, but I was like, uh, I got
Hmm.
a, I was just rating stuff, seeing if I'm good at fintech. I was trying to understand which industry I'll be fitting. So I was like, okay, will I fit in health tech? So I was from a healthcare background, right? So
Got
I
it.
was
Yes.
internally biased, like, should I go and work at a health tech?
Yes.
So people
Hmm.
I might have a higher chances of working there since have a
Hmm.
good background. Like I was like, okay, let's try and firstly focus on health tech. But the thing is like, other thing, when I was doing some yeah, so when I was doing some market and I was talking to people at health tech companies, I was finding out like people they weren't hiring that much.
Got
So
it.
and then what I did was like I did get some interviews, but it eventually ended up
Hmm.
after an assignment. So that was the phase.
Correct.
So I would go to some companies did convert. Basically, they go into whiteboarding challenge or something, and then
Got it.
eventually they just dropped off because of my background or
Yes.
something. I don't know, but there were a
Yes.
lot of barriers actually. So what I did
Hmm.
was like at the time like I was told I think I was watching some random YouTube video, and I was finding out okay probably there's this Y Combinator, there is this
Hmm.
angel list or something. So where VCs put in their jobs, like so VCs share their jobs, the companies that are
This was literally a call. This
yes,
was a call where I said, dude,
yes,
you want money?
yeah,
Follow the
yeah.
money.
Absolutely. Like, I still remember, like it was like,
Yes.
and then like I was trying
Yes.
to find out good companies. I mean, then at the time
Yes.
AI was booming, so AI was
Yes.
pretty much booming, and there was
Correct.
a lot of opportunities. Yeah. So
Correct.
this market is actually hiring. So let's try
Correct.
to be a part of this market. That was the
Very
thought.
good. This is the hack for all the viewers. If you didn't realize, I always share this hack with many people. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Go and find out what are the companies who recently got funding. Maybe
Yes.
Series A, Series B, seed, whatever. If they got funding in the last 6 months to 1 year, that means they are hiring for sure. And now there's a lot of investment happening in the AI space. Everything is going to change. If you
Yeah.
don't believe that things are going to change, I'm telling you, you're just sitting like a rock out there. Everything is changing out there, right? I'm not saying your job will be replaced, right? Your job will be going away. It will be replaced. Your work will be different. Designers are going to work very differently. I'm going to make different set of YouTube videos about that as well. Please stay subscribed to this channel. We're going to talk a lot about it, right? So everything is going to change. So go out there, find out companies who recently got investments in AI. All of them require designers, a lot of different thought process.
Yes.
It's not just enough if you just do regular design, but you should also understand about AI and AI products and using AI for going and designing and designing for AI products. So venture into understanding both of these things. I'm damn sure you will pretty easily land an opportunity if you are a very enthusiastic person like Sriram Manogar. Because in this space, most startups, most people, they absolutely want people who are absolutely enthusiastic, because nothing is set in stone right now. Nobody knows what is going to happen, right? They really want absolutely enthusiastic people who will keep bringing things out there and experiment. Sriram Manogar, I'm telling you, if any of those founders are watching this live, you're going to get hired. That friend and manager whom, like, I think you should ask him to just start packing the bags. I mean, not him, to you, right? To be ready to for you to pack your bags. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Next, come on. Huh. Okay.
So
Hmm.
I was trying to niche down to AI. So that was the industry that I picked. So I
Got
shifted
it.
from health tech to AI. So health tech didn't give me any response. I get leads, but it didn't convert. So I just
Correct.
shifted my thought process. I went into AI.
Hmm.
There I saw, filtered. Okay, I'm good at. I don't want to work at B2B. Is what I thought. Okay,
Interesting.
since I was working in the clients, basically the client project, I was like,
You basically wanted to experiment
yeah.
B2C to start with.
So to start with, I was like, okay, I did
Hmm.
did some B2B work in the project that I was doing, client project.
Hmm.
So I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I have to deal with a lot of stakeholders. Like I just have to go and talk to some person
Correct.
who I don't even know. Like I have to empathize that person who don't. So I thought, okay, I'll be much better fit when I am trying to understand the direct user. So I was like, let's
Hmm.
some B2C company in AI. So the AI, the thing with the AI was like a lot of startups are doing a lot of B2B stuff, but I was like, no, nobody was like really into trying to understand like direct to consumer B2C
By the
product.
way, enterprise is a real game. I mean, now that you have
Yeah,
money,
yeah,
now
yeah,
you know.
yeah. It's a
But
big, I understand that because like you have to empathize without knowing the person. That's something
yes, yes,
you
yes,
have
yes.
to deal with. So I was like, okay, let's find some good startups. I can feel like I just wanted to be B2C, but at the same
Huh.
time I wanted to do in AI. So I was just filtering that kind of. I was just applying this filter and just filtering through VCs database.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
from there, I was able to find some startups, and then I
Okay.
applied there. I think Stimuler was one of the startups there. So I really like the idea that they were working. Also, they were very young chaps who were like building something out of college, and I was able to literally connect with them to, I mean, basically like how they are building something new. So I was like, okay, let's try and apply here. And they also got a recently funded, so I just tried and applied. I just and
Hmm.
then I had an interview with them. The founder was very enthusiastic. Like
So
he
this was similar you're talking
it
about
was similar.
finally.
Yeah, yeah. So before that, I got some
For
offer.
context, guys, this is the final thing which got converted. Okay, so you better pay attention what happened here. Yeah, but look, like if you're not following, look at the strategy, right? He experimented a niche,
Yeah,
then he said like, okay, I'm not going to just do this blind job of just simply going and applying everywhere, like just blindly sending big messages and stuff like that. Let me really stop and understand and understand this whole game. So two modifications he did. One, he empathized the recruiters and like, okay, let me send smaller messages, but something very specific. I'm going to have very good talking points. Second thing, let me follow the money, right?
yeah,
Obviously, I'm coming from a healthcare background, so probably I can try there. Experimented, did not work. But where is the money? Money is literally going in following the AI startups. So let me go and find these things, right?
yeah,
So, and there also, obviously, a lot of AI startups doing a lot of enterprise things, because the enterprise is the real game, by the way, right?
yeah,
We can talk about it separately in another video, right? And then he was like, okay, what is happening in the B2C space? What is happening in B2B space? And when he got that clarity, that's when his lead conversion worked in a much better manner, because
yeah,
he found out his fit and they found him as a good fit, right?
yeah,
So that's a strategy. That's a wonderful strategy. In fact, it is something which will really really work very well. In other words, it's actually called as the recruitment funnel, right?
yeah.
How do you design your own funnel so that you will actually increase the chance of conversions, literally like how we do e-commerce funnels, right?
Yes, yes,
So how do you design your funnel? How do you make sure you go into a niche and get your maximum reach? And how do you filter out the stuff? And how do you make sure you design your funnel so that high chances of you getting converted? That means you getting an opportunity can happen.
yeah,
Wonderful. This your whatever you're telling is a live example of a wonderful funnel. And I think I'm going to package this one part again as a separate video.
Yeah,
about
definitely.
why you should design a funnel if you want to get a job right now. That will be the title. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
So
Huh. Yes.
that
Then what happened
me
when
actually
what
that
happened when you
approach.
into this person in Stimuler? Yes. Hmm.
So when I applied for the job, Stimuler ka internship, I didn't just try to just apply. I just tried to reach out to entire company. So it was a very lean startup. So I tried to reach out to the CEO, the designer out there, the marketer out there, the HR out there. Like I mean, it was like
Hmm.
everyone I just reached out. And then
Hmm.
like I think after coming here, I was like asking, bro, why did you hire me? Like after coming here, like I was like. So I think you told us like, bro, like you didn't stop. You just reached out to the design.
Why did you hire me? I'm like, wait, did we? Are you really asking us to reconsider
So I
any
remember like
purposes?
yes. So I remember him saying like you didn't just stop with me. You just went on to understand like what are the other people doing. Like you were just trying to talk to them. Literally just curious about what the startup is doing. Like I just want to know like what this startup is doing. I just feel like this is a good problem statement that you're working on. I just
Hmm.
feel like I can contribute to this. That was
Okay.
the kind of mindset that I was having. So by the time like I applied, like they came on a call, like they came, they didn't even stop, like they just so for this after coming here, just asked, we didn't even they didn't even give me an assignment, so they just directly got on call with me. So they said, "We really like your work. Like you are,
Hmm.
I think you are a very perseverant guy since you
Exactly.
went
Exactly.
went from a dentist to like a design, which is like a very completely different industry at all. So like altogether. So I was like, okay, since I think you are a very perseverant guy. Like I feel you could definitely deliver. So they didn't give any.
Look at the beauty, right?
Yeah,
Look at how something which you thought might be becoming a disadvantage,
yeah,
right? When you said like some people are not hiring because they're like, oh, like is it the background which is the problem?
yeah,
And something the same thing actually turns out to be a very good advantage
exactly.
in a place which is actually a good fit for you.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it is so important. The fit is such a good thing. Like I mean, I keep telling, right? I mean, you just went to the wrong girl. I mean, don't don't curse everything about yourself because you just went to the wrong girl. With the right girl, everything you are just beautifully makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Wonderfully put. Yes.
Well,
Okay.
like
Hmm.
the way that I took the problem statement and tried to understand that, I was just literally trying to empathize them in the call. That was that I was doing. So
Correct. Correct.
and then they really like the approach or something. I actually didn't know like why they picked
Like
me.
you as a person, it is they it was pretty evident the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Right.
So and then like I think like they gave me some small problem statement, bro.
Hmm.
I just want to solve this particular thing. We are facing some issues. So like I just took the initiative, took some 2 to 3 hours.
This was whiteboarding or
It
this
was more
was
like it was like on the call. It was like a whiteboarding, and then I
okay.
took the in between. It was getting a little longer, so I just
Huh.
took it home, did some minor tweaking, and then delivered it. So
Got it.
that actually, I think that impressed them. So I was like, they were like, okay, we'll be giving you an offer. Like I was like super happy about it, since I got something new. I was like into a booming industry AI and in a good startup
Yes.
also. So I was like, okay. And then I packed my bags. It was like an in-office role, so I packed my bags. So,
Yes.
and then here, like
Hmm.
the question of how did I convert this job? So that is something
We,
probably.
we, we'll get there. Before we get there, what people really notice over here is see, look at like initially I told in the call, right? Going and working at some place to literally feel like you're basically going and running to the ground with
Yes,
that cricket bat, right? Without even changing the uniform, right? That's exactly how it should feel. And that is exactly how Sriram Manogar, because I remember these conversations at that point of time, and like, and it's like, I think this is a good fit, this is a good match.
yeah,
And he was really super excited. Like, I really loved how they actually approached the way they were, looking at what they were trying to work on. And that's exactly the point, right? In an interview, they're interviewing you and you are interviewing them as well. It's not just a one-sided process. It's not a swayamvara where the person is literally sitting out there, the girl is sitting, and like a lot of people are sitting out there and doing all that bow and arrow, and one person finally gets selected. It's not like that, right? You are interviewing, it's like a date. Both of you are experimenting and seeing whether it is really working, right? This, and when it really works out, everything feels very good. It just feels very exciting, right? You would really want to, you're just bubbling with enthusiasm. You want to go and put yourself what you are, you like, because they said like, hey, we really love your perseverance, and that's exactly the quality which he wants to put in out there. He's excited to do it and they're excited that he will come and do this,
Yeah.
right? Wonderful marriage. Yeah. Awesome. Yep. Okay.
So
Yes.
I think it
Now,
was
actually, I want to ask one thing. Before you talk about before you talk about how this actually went and converted into a full-time role, I have a question in terms of, you know, what happened in your personal life? What changed in your personal life? Like now you are in that situation where you were like continuously searching this, that, whatever, and now you got an opportunity. You have an internship. I'm going to talk about the uncertainties during the internship days and how will it convert into full time and all that, right? But what happened in your personal life? What's changing? How did your parents accept this, and like what?
so I was
Yes,
like,
it changed things around you because you have to change the city. You
yes.
have to, yeah, it's a big change. So yes, come on. Hmm.
I'll tell you, like I was like, I was at home all the time, so I just want to leave somewhere.
Yeah.
They were also ready to push me. I was also ready to leave. So that was the situation.
Okay.
I,
Fine. Parents are like, enough, enough, enough is enough.
I,
They
I,
don't.
so I just wanted to prove them. Like somehow, like I felt this attitude. Like uh, I just want to prove, like I am just capable. That's what is my attitude. Like I know that I am at home for a while. I, I know I did.
Actually, I half expected that I'll probably see you in that background. You know, this background was there, no? Wait,
Which one?
wait, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Because
that
for six
India map.
months,
Okay. Yeah.
this India map, I remember this. First we had, I'm like, dude, why do you have an India map behind you?
Actually,
This was
people remember
civil
me
celebration
by
one.
it, actually.
Sorry,
In the court, people remembered me by it. Like the guy in front of the.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably if I look deeper, I'll like probably find the Indian polity book over there with India political map.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I kind of half expected that you will join in that background, but then realized, right? Not just your background, your entire reality changed. Yeah.
So yeah, it
Hmm.
was a pretty bold decision actually. Like I just thought, okay, I'll have to leave now. It's if I'm not leaving, I'm just going to be here for a long time. That was the thought. So I just didn't even find some friends in Bangalore. Of course, there were people there, but it was more of an online chat, not even good. As I said, like this introverted mind, like I was like, okay, let's figure it out. Like let's just go. And then like
Yeah.
I just came to Bangalore, saw the office, walked like 2 streets from the office. Like I found some hostel. Okay, let's go there. I got the
Yeah.
hostel.
Hmm.
That's how it went. Like no, like of course my office people really helped me like to find some PGs or something. But I was like, okay, let's figure it out. The PGs were thoda long also. I just wanted to walk, save some money. Okay, let's go somewhere nearby. That's
Yes.
how it was.
Ready for dedicating yourself. Like
Yeah,
simple.
yeah, simple. So
Awesome. So now let's talk about like what happened during that internship. What happened during that internship, and did you have this full time offer in your mind? Did you talk about it? Did you negotiate about it? Like why? What, like, yes.
I think they were not like they're pretty sure about hiring someone full time, but I could feel the answer that they need someone to design. that I was there. I was feeling it. So,
Mm.
so I just came into the first time. For it was a very small office at the time. So I was just there, sitting next to the founder, and I remember like we were trying to test some hypothesis, and then like I was like, again, like I feel something I brought in was they were trying to build some avatars to
Uh-huh.
communicate the language learning to a common user. So I was like taking some random inspiration, putting it in, and then I was literally, as I said, like I was just trying to showcase what they were visioning.
Okay.
They were trying to envision the future. They had something in their mind. They weren't able to put this on the table.
No,
And
I think you need to explain what this product is about, is
yeah,
actually about to
yeah,
our viewers here.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. What
So
does
they
it
had
do?
something in their mind, a really good vision they had in their mind. So I was like,
Huh.
they weren't able to show it to the team. The founder had this in his mind. He wasn't able to communicate to the dev or anybody else. So
Hmm.
it was like I just took his insights, put in my thoughts, the understanding the users and stuff, did a prototype again, and then I showed it to him. And he was like, "Bro, is this our app? Like, is this? If it's just like a new app, like no, wait, this is our app."
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, nice. This is what I was actually thinking. Like, this is something I was thinking for a long time. I wasn't able to put it on a vision into a product.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
was like, it was pretty impressive. I got impressed at the time. And I was also like kind of a person I wouldn't go back home and sleep. Like, I just be there in the startup. Uh,
I I have very similar story. Like, I mean, when you are telling this, I remember one of my very initial days, my Hunger Box, the very initial days when I was the UX designer. Two
yeah.
things matched. One, exactly this, like, founder was like, we're trying to visualize this. What can we do? And I'm like, I go with it, and like it works out. What's the first thing? Second thing, I used to sleep, not just sleep in office. I vacated the PG and moved to the office. For
Great.
6 months, it was a starting tournament.
I'm currently in my office.
Good.
So,
I'm telling you, all those people who are like, "Hey, Anadi, why do you actually go and do all those ads? Why are you disturbing us on Instagram and stuff like that to make this happen, right? To actually make people's life change in this manner, right? So that's exactly the reason. Awesome. Yes. Okay.
so
Yes. Good. Huh.
I was like, I think they saw my sincerity, I guess. That's what converted, I feel. Of course, bringing some ideas into life. That's a secondary part, I feel. But they primarily prioritize someone who could,
Enthusiasm.
yeah,
Straightforward answer. Enthusiasm. Go there enthusiastically. Give your 100%. Belong. Take ownership, and you're like 100% enthusiastic to take ownership. You're
just
not
being,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
just being there to actually solve a problem is what I was doing. Like, what,
Correct. Correct.
yeah.
The,
So,
the thing is, see, when you said when the position actually started, when the internship actually started, they were not sure if they really wanted to hire a full-time person or not.
yeah.
And that's a good clue. I'm telling you. Many of you, if you are literally in this particular situation, this is a clue which you will have to take to understand that you need to not just think about delivering whatever they're asking you, but you need to help them figure out what is valuable for them. This is a very important hack.
Yeah.
Because, see, if a business has to hire you, they need to find you valuable, or in other words, they need to find a use case which will actually make them money, right? And you need to prove that you are the person who can actually give them that business impact. So change your focus simply from thinking, oh, what is the ideal UX designer supposed to do? In my portfolio, should I actually make many people, I'm telling you, it's very surprised that people actually go and look for, am I doing a project which fills the checkbox of all the textbook terms out there? We didn't do empathy mapping in this project. This is a bad company. Stop doing all this. Simply look at, hey, what's the impact the company wants to drive? What are some of the problems they're trying to solve which are going to give them very good business impact? And start thinking backwards from how can you help the business with it, right? Because there is every business out there realizes the importance of figuring out great experience for their users, and how is it that that can lead to very good business impact? It's out there. That's why UX has so much money out there. All the product designers, UX designers, the reason why they're paid a lot is because there is a huge impact to going and figuring out the great experience which users can have that can translate to very good business impact. So you do that backwards. Go and understand what are the business goals of the company. Talk to the founders, talk to the product managers, understand what they're trying to aim and build, right? Like the kind of story you told, like this is what is the visualization which I'm really going to have. Help them. You are the designer. You help them visualize. You help them imagine the vision which they have out there so that they can start thinking about how does this impact our business.
Yep.
That's it. That's enough. I would literally only do that to actually get hired. I'll literally 2 weeks I'll do the next two. After 2 weeks I'll ask for an offer. Like trial period, you don't need 3 months. You just need these 2 weeks of what I did to you. Look at how much I can really understand the business and how much I've helped you. Come on,
Yeah.
Nikalo offer. Anyway, awesome. Okay, good. So what happened over here? Look, so 3 months, right? 3 months was your internship time. Yes. So what was the conversation? What is the conversation you had to convert this into full time? And what people are very curious about is how did you negotiate and how did this amazing figure of 17 LPA happen? Right?
I
I'm
was like,
earning 9,000 per month as an interest
yeah,
in ஒரு கட்டு 1 year and then 17, right?
yeah.
That's around 1.23. I think that's exactly how much will come in your bank. Been in all these phases. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So, I mean, I actually didn't do anything, honestly speaking. Like, they were like, bro, we are planning to
Well,
continue.
yes, bro. From tomorrow, your title is changing. This is your salary. Like.
I was like confident that they'll convert.
Like, see, I will focus on your business. You focus on my business. Deal khatam.
Almost like, uh, I mean, I didn't even negotiate anything. I was like, pretty, uh, I was like, okay, what do you think would be a good thing? They asked me. Like, I was like, at the time, I was like, okay, I think the market is around 10 or something. Let's ask for it or something.
Okay.
So I didn't
Now,
even mention anything. I was like, anything that you find anything market standards pay, you can just give me. Is what I was telling.
huh.
Like they were like, okay, we are going to offer this much. Like, oh, I was like, okay, I should have.
So look what happened. The moment you say market standard, that's
Hmm.
the beauty of the match. Like market standard, then they know like, okay, fine, this guy is going to jump. Let's offer something so that it is not market standard, so that he has no other option but stay here. That's what they thought.
I didn't know at the time, but now I know.
Yeah.
So I was like pretty happy working here. Even now I am staying at office. Like I just ideate with people. Like I'm just having fun is what I feel. And then like when they offered this, okay, there's no other negotiation. I was like, okay, let's do this. That's what.
Yes. This is how you crack a very good offer without even negotiating, by becoming irreplaceable, right? What an inspiring story, man. Really, such an inspiring story. So many things to learn from, exactly the kind of things. Really inspiring. So what are you doing these days? Like how are you spending time?
So
What kind of projects are you doing?
yeah.
People are very curious about the actual UX work you get to do out there. So
So
yes, it's all formula, right? You will start with research, spend 3 months in research, and then do one empathy map, then
the thing
do
is,
one persona diagram, card sorting. Correct, you know?
I have honestly speaking, I have never done card signing until now. So
Yes. So please open up the minds of all the viewers over here. on how the actual industry is and why I stress so much on
Yeah.
this non-textbook approach, on how why is it that you will have to think about what is your way of actually impacting and solving a problem out there and figuring out stuff, right? Need be you need to talk to people, you will talk to people. Need be you will have to get a bunch of people and get their opinions, you will do that. Need be that you'll have to organize all the insights which are over there, and need be you make 100 prototypes, you'll do that. This is the problem you're trying to solve.
Yes.
Right, let's listen from Sriram. Yes.
So currently, like what we do is like we are mostly like there is so it's basically a product. So we
Okay,
are trying to solve like an English speaking market. So people who are facing issues with speaking in English, be it like
I'll share
pre
my screen and show the website so that people can have a
yeah.
little bit of context.
So I'll tell you the story behind this website also. I just made it.
Oh, looks like some Sriram Manogar is behind the scenes. Hmm.
I just made it in 6 hours.
What?
I did. I was put into that kind of a constrained environment. I had to do it. So I just took in
Yeah.
some. So they had like a. So it's like hard to do it. Yeah, like you'll have to do it.
How you
So
can make websites also, huh?
I
Not
learned.
just a product designer, you can a product designer who can also build websites in 6 hours. What tool did you use?
So it's
Framer?
Framer. Yeah.
Framer with AI?
At the time, A was very bad. Now it's good.
Okay, got it. Ah.
So I just
Hmm.
so the thing is like we were working like trying to it's a pretty lean team like not a lot of
Yes.
hands to help. They were also pretty how do I put it like they were very conscious about keeping the team very lean so that
What are your markets? Like where what are the hmm.
so the thing is like we have to address like there are like 20 countries that the
Okay.
people are using this product. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to understand, and the major markets are around Latin America, Vietnam, Indonesia, some Southeast Asian countries, and of course India. So I have to address all these markets. And I have to empathize with these people also.
Is Duolingo your competitor? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
one
that's
of the
to understand
it's like
business
not
model.
a direct competitor, but in indirect competitor. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's not okay. Then there's a different model here.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a different model. So there are some apps that kind of do almost similar, but we were trying to primarily focus on building like a live tutor experience where you get on a call with the AI and you can try to understand. Like I was actually have to understand what a voice interface look like. So a lot of
Ah,
learning I have to do definitely. So a lot of So let's say if a user comes in and they want to improve their pronunciation, how does
we
that
do bring this to Indian languages. Can I learn Hindi with this?
no, it's only for English, but of course we try to localize the app to like. I mean, recently there was a Pongal campaign that I have to design, so it's particularly in Tamil Nadu, so I have to localize the app.
Cool, dude. Build an agentic workflow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Figure out how is that you will turn this entire thing into another language. Done. Do it for learning Tamil, learning Kannada.
Yeah, they
That
were,
flow.
yeah, absolutely. So
30 days. How do you learn?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is like I have to focus on I have to actually learn things on the job at the same time apply it and actually give impact. So that's the kind of uh, like the situation I was in. So I was since I was like okay with working, like I was like I am not a person like to just jump out and relax. Like I was like let's figure it out. Like I'll just go in
You're
and
relaxing on the job. Like, I mean, it is literally like playing video games. Like, come on.
yes, you'll have to have a lot of. So the other time you'll have to do a web design. Then you again have to go to research. You'll have to build a community and manage it. A lot of juggling here and there, but still I am learning. I'm just willing.
Any interesting product, the product projects? Like, I mean, like basically on the app side, like, can you, if you something which has launched, if you can tell us what you have done, people are like, you can be
So
very curious about.
yeah, I'll tell you. So currently we are running a beta test in the calling feature. So
Okay.
like you get on a call with this avatar called Sarah. So you can
Uh-huh.
go on to the one of the tabs and it's literally says calling. So you just have to click on the call and then you can interact with Sarah. And during the, basically you get a live feedback in the call, and after that you'll get a detailed results about on your grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and etc.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I think this is somewhat like so I've recently seen this product which enables creating um,
So that,
live um, live customer care agents. So
yeah,
basically, even Hagen has this plugin, and I think Synthesia also has this API where
yeah.
you can build your avatars,
Hmm.
and they also can talk to you, and you can feed in the entire customer care data. But now you're basically using a very similar layer
Similar.
to make people better at their speaking skills.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Hmm.
So this is the kind of problem that I'm solving currently, and the
Hmm.
challenge I'm having
The
is,
founders, dude, ask them if I can join. Yeah, now I am interested.
yeah, I think
They're like, sorry, we can't have two Sriram Manogars in one team.
so.
Or you join join as a Sriram Managers junior. Yeah.
Fun part and also the challenging part is to create dynamic, so it's a voice interface actually, right? So you'll have to design dynamic elements, like imagine you are in a call and you're giving a grammar feedback, and you have to understand the grammar feedback at the same time. It's like 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds, how do I gamify this part? So these
Correct.
problem statements I'm working on currently. So a lot of
Yes.
gamification, a lot of engagement oriented problem statements is what I'm working on.
I think the API is also getting much better. I see. I've seen some 0.11 latency, right? The latest API from what's the API? If you guys can tell, or
I think they were using something called Hume.
okay,
So for the AI call thing.
got it.
Currently, I have to understand the tech. Honestly speaking, I have to understand the tech. That's the
Yeah,
challenging. I,
yes, yes.
so
The
uh,
reason I'm interested in, like, I'm like, because these days I am doing this. Like, I'm like, okay, let me look at this AI to, like, let me see what's happening, and
So, and
I'm
recently,
like,
like I was, so the
uh,
thing is, like, being in the situation where I'm currently being in a situation where I can't find inspirations. So, if you are in an e-commerce setup, you can just find a lot of inspirations. If you are in a,
dude, that's why you should come back to the weekend calls. I'm telling you why, because
I'm
recently
willing to come back.
people are doing the mega project right now, the capstone project. They've asked the same question. Anudeep, we're working on this AI problem and whatever these problems. We're not able to find inspiration. What do we do?
Yeah.
Let me tell you the answer. Let me like do
Definitely.
live only on mentorship now.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll tell
Super
you how
easy.
I try to solve this a little bit. So probably someone watching can do it also. So
Huh.
I was trying to solve this gamified approach in the call also. So I just took
Hmm.
the problem statement. I used Claude. There's this platform called Claude AI. So
Uh-huh.
so I took it, and then I literally like fed it in my thoughts, the UI of some other apps, what I want to accomplish. I just put in everything, and then like I just asked it to wireframe some random ideas. Like I just want to take
Hmm.
it. So
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
gave. So I just used to just talk with it, iterate. It just, so the thing is, like I was surprised that it can even code. Even it can even code that particular thing. So that gave me a lot
The
of ideas. That's how I'm currently solving the problems, since I don't have a lot of inspiration. Of course, using AI is definitely.
see, the to answer this question, see,
Hmm,
inspiration. First of all, one thing about inspiration: inspiration is not about what you're looking at. Inspiration is about what you
yeah,
got inspired of, like what
exactly.
is your brain got triggered of, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is when you don't get direct inspiration, when you don't have a direct ready to use pattern
Hmm,
of how someone else might have solved the problem,
yeah.
the clue is to get into behaviors,
Yeah.
right? You take the root behavior, like let us say you are looking for inspiration where someone is talking with a live agent or something like that.
Yes, live agent. Yeah.
And let's say there is no real inspiration uh, which you are finding. Now, what you do, you go to the base behavior of the human. What is the human actually trying to do over there? The
Hmm,
human is actually trying to have a conversation with someone sitting in front of them.
yeah.
Can you go and find this behavior in any other indirect competitor product? If yes, go
Yeah.
and look at that. it will start giving you a lot of insights about the, like what, how conscious are they when they're actually going and talking. Like, say they're
Mm,
sitting in front of a Zoom call, right?
mm,
How conscious are they? How are they actually trying and formulating their speech over there? How are they trying to correct themselves and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
So what happens is when you go to the root behaviors, you'll find enough instances of people behaving in certain ways with certain tech products.
Mm,
Pull all them together, and then you will actually get a wonderful idea. You can now take
yes.
this and feed it to that AI
Yeah.
tool, which is actually building, helping you with the prototyping, right? Because it will just prototype whatever ideas you given, or it will just, go and get some ideas over there by
Mm,
whatever limitations LLM can, right?
yeah.
But when you pull in all the insights
Understand.
from the root behavior and then feed it to the AI, it can give you much better inspiration,
Mm, understood.
right?
Really good.
So
Thanks for
see, mentorship did not stop. Yeah,
yes.
student for life. Huh? Yes, wonderful. This is really wonderful, and I think I'm getting one idea live over here is I think we need to do some jamming sessions like this. Like, I mean, especially companies who are like, especially from people who have graduated and all the alumni,
Yes.
the company should come, and if whatever problem statement they are open,
Mm,
right? Like, hey, we want to solve this. Please come back to the community and give it as a challenge. And I think there are enough number of people who want to go and work on those challenges and basically start learning from it. And obviously, they'll get something which is literally the live problem of what the industry is trying to do. I'm
yeah.
damn sure a lot of viewers out there are also very much interested, but I think we need to keep a few things just limited to our community,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So absolutely, this is really wonderful and has been a very very inspiring journey. And I'm damn sure the what you should do, Sriram. I
Yes.
think you should start making videos, start creating content,
Yeah.
start documenting your learnings. I'm telling you, it really really will help a lot. You don't
Yes.
even have to, just like how you didn't even have a very very solid aim when you actually started, right? When you're like just looking for multiple videos or what the initial part of the story,
Mm,
have the same enthusiasm and just start, go in front of the camera,
mm,
talk for 10 minutes about the kind of problem you're trying to solve and all the challenges you have and how you're trying to do it.
mm.
Please share your screen and show it. Don't worry about views, don't worry about anything.
Got it.
And I'm telling you, within no time, you will really, really find very, very good following, and people will really get inspired from you, and things will work out very well. Right? This is something which I don't know if you have really tried content creation any time, but don't even do for the sake of content creation or becoming influencer or anything like that.
Okay.
Just do it for the pure love of sharing and loving whatever you're trying to do,
Mm,
and talk about those things. And I'm telling you, magic will happen from there.
yeah.
Right?
Thank you so
If
much.
you want Sriram Manogar to do it, if you're watching this live, go and comment that. Ask Sriram Manogar to start this YouTube channel and talking about all these learnings. And I'm damn sure we should all be willing to learn a lot from such an enthusiastic person Sriram is.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I'm damn sure people would want to say a few words and ask a bunch of things to Sriram. So
Yes.
if that is there, please put your questions on the live chat. You can put it as comments. If the live chat is not visible, you can put it as comments. If you are on LinkedIn, please drop as comments. On YouTube, you can put a live chat, or you can also drop in comments on the video. So we'll take those questions, and Sriram is here to talk about it and enable you. Right.
Yes.
So while people put their questions, I have one question for you. Right.
Okay.
Ah, who is your mentor for the dressing style and outlook change, man? You
Outlook.
were the kind of t-shirts you used to put on and all that stuff. So now look at that. Yeah. Look at that shirt. Everything changed now. Bangalore boy, Bangalore days. Huh? Look at the shirt on a t-shirt and stuff like that. Huh? Yeah.
So yeah, I see that people are more open-minded here. I could really feel that the environment is towards trying to help each other and stuff. So pretty
Okay.
open-minded. So I just think
You're
that's
still not answering my question. What changed? Huh?
that.
Yeah. People are very helpful, and that's why you change your outlook. Wow.
The thing is, like, I had this thing. So my identity previously was towards dentistry, right? Like, I was so attached to that. Like, I used to dress like a formal person. Like, you have to wear the t-shirt. You'll have to shave yourself. So I used to hate it during my college. Like, okay, let's try it now. Like, this is the time. Like, I am attached
Okay.
from that identity. Let's try some new things, buy some new clothes, or try to like be a unique person that I always wanted to be.
Yeah.
So
Uh, yes, I think there are a bunch of people watching the live, dropping some
okay.
comments. We have some appreciation as well. Sai says, Andeep and Sriram session is really going great, amazing. Brinal, thank you so much for sharing your story. Great inspiration. I'm getting a lot of great insights. Chandru, really no questions. Really, thank you. Now I was 25. Can I pursue UX designer course?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I think I was 24 when I joined the cohort. So
Yes. 24 with a lot of baggage.
uh,
Yeah,
I mean,
promising.
literally, I spent 6 years in a college. So
So absolutely, Chandru. 25 is an amazing age to experiment, and I think do not delay doing things which you might absolutely love. If you think that UX fundamentally connects with you, if you absolutely love, like if you have heard some of the kind of problems which you're trying to solve, if you love doing something like this, I think you should try talking to people, and you might find your love over here. 25 is an absolutely wonderful age to experiment. I think you should experiment for 2 to 3 more years from here, and you will absolutely everything will change if you really find something which really allows you to put all your fundamental qualities out there, right? So this Charan out there puts a comment saying, "I was 26 and left a full-time job and
yeah,
joined."
it is. Of course, there's a financial pressure on you, but still, what more can you? So, like, if you're
Once you find the match, everything is worth it, right?
yes, yeah,
And that's the good part. Like, I mean, see, blindly going and getting into UX, getting into product just because there is a huge amount of money over here will not work for you. It'll just be a complete, it'll be totally demotivating, demoralizing. Things will not work for you just like that, right? But if it fundamentally connects with you, right? If you see yourself very much related to these kind of stories which we're having here, right? If it fundamentally very much connects with you, if you are someone who's very enthusiastic, who just loves to solve those problems, who will keep getting those ideas, right? If this is something which really excites you a lot, then you should definitely try it. The industry really wants you. Industry is desperate to want people like to find people like you. I'm telling you, you're like there are so many people out there, right? And the industry must be having enough amount of choice. It's not. Sriram Manogar is coming here and saying, "Hey, I have an internship. I'm looking for people." I'm damn sure I can see the desperation in his eyes.
yeah, definitely. So it's been like a month. I couldn't find a good person. So that's the level I'm operating at. So I need to find a good person. So it's what I'm actually looking for.
It's out there like I thought people are like just literally standing in their lines, and how come you are saying I'm not able to find people? That's the beauty. That's the beauty,
Yeah.
because so many all the people are standing in the line are just doing formula things. One formula portfolio, one formula project, a bunch of supposed to do's which are simply lying out there with literally no personality being shown in the kind of person they have become or the portfolio.
Yep.
Right? Your personality is not coming out, right? So be yourself, do crazy stuff, send a short message, not long messages. Understand the recruiter's journey,
Yeah.
right? And probably you will land into a great place like what Sriram is in, right? So awesome. So with all this love, and I can probably read some comments which are there on LinkedIn as well. So people are wishing you great insights. Do start the channel, Sriram. I think people want your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
So
definitely put in some time. I am actually not getting time, so I'll have to
yes,
find time.
Arun Kumar has a question on how to become better at UX. So what's your short answer on becoming better at UX?
Just try and uh, the simple exercise that you recommend, which is trying to break down products and understand your own, build your own hypothesis around why they did what they did. That's it. Like that's how you build.
This is what Sriram Manogar is saying,
Yes.
right? This is the career changing exercise for him. Let's say you have a screen over here, break down everything which is there on the screen and ask questions.
Yeah.
Learn from existing UX, right? Do that and then share your learnings, right? Whatever you think, you start sharing your learnings and debate with people about the learnings which you have.
Yes.
You will become a lot better in UX. You don't have to worry about a lot of textbook terms, this, that, everything will eventually get figured out. Go look at enough existing UX out there. There is so much out there. Go look at it. Start questioning, start having debates, start having discussions. You will learn a lot about UX. You're seeing a live example here of a person who took this advice very sincerely, seriously, and continues to do it a lot and became a wonderful designer and is so irreplaceable that they had to offer 2x, right? Probably 2x, I can just say 1.7x of what he was expecting so that he can not jump away, right? That's how beautiful this
Thing is,
is.
like, it's not like a one-time thing. I'm still doing it, so I'm still going to apps and seeing it. Like, it's like,
Continued. Absolutely, right? Or what you can do, just go. There's an application link out there. If you want to be a part of all this, you go and apply. And if I love your enthusiasm, then I can select you in the batch of the next people who will be my mentees. And let's do amazing stuff out there. So all the interested people can find the application link. If you want my mentorship, please fill in all your details and write down sincerely about what interests you about all this and why do you really want mentorship and what are you looking for. Please write things down out there. Don't just simply copy paste things from ChatGPT. Write stuff for yourself, and I'm damn sure things will work out very well for us.
yes.
Right. So okay. So awesome. So this was really wonderful, Sriram.
Yeah.
Anything which you want to finally say to the viewers out there? Anything you want to tell me or future versions of you before we close out here?
Yeah, like the thing is, like, don't delay your decisions. Like whatever you think, you feel like you you feel like you it's going to be a good fit for me. Don't have this sunk cost fallacy. Like I have done so much these so much years, so many years. Like what would I do? Like just don't have this barrier in mind. Like just experiment. Like just experiment.
Absolutely. Instead of considering all of that as a baggage,
Yes.
consider it as the way it defined you as a person.
Yeah.
Utilize them in your stories.
Yeah.
And because, see, ultimately, if it works out very well for you, then you are the happy person, right?
Yes.
Whatever. So basically, he has some background in dentistry. He has utilized that. He showcased that in his portfolio.
Mm.
Now he speaks about his fundamental skills from whatever he has done over there and learned over there. So instead of considering it as a baggage, consider it as something which has defined you, the person you've become right now.
Yep.
Right?
Definitely,
Absolutely.
like it's like I think like me reaching out to you, like it's like a sync again, match made, I guess. So definitely, like the mentorship that I took here, like really actually built a solid foundation. I would say, like uh,
Absolutely.
without it, I would have been lost. I feel like this had a solid foundation for me to build layers on top, get more mentorships, get more ideas, talk more
Yes.
to people. So definitely, been a platform for me. Like, yeah,
Student for life.
yeah, student for life.
All the people on live, student for life, or hashtag S4L on the chat.
Yeah.
Awesome. See you all then. Bye. I'll meet you next week again with another inspiring story. So stay tuned. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please hit a like on this particular video and make sure you drop a comment of your learnings or an appreciation out there, please do that so that this video can reach a lot of people out there. Please do share this video with a bunch of people out there if you think they'll also get very inspired. Thank you so much. See you
Yeah.
again. Awesome.
Yep.